everyone, Lord of Flames here and welcome back to another reaction video. And today, it's been a while since I watched SCP videos nowadays, so I decided to make a comeback since I look back to my old comments of everybody's requests that they want me to watch this and that, and I really forgot about those. I apologize, and I decided to come back to make a reaction over those. I'm going to make 3 videos into one. I'm doing this again, that way you all don't have to wait for like another week for me to make another reaction video or anything else. So the first video we're going to watch is by Tat's Top Videos. I remember watching their videos back then and I really enjoy it. So we're going to watch Top 15 The Scariest SCPs Free. There might be a number 4 already at this point, or even 5, like it's been a while, hasn't it? So, enough waiting, let's get to the video. And I finally coming back for it. And is that, yep.
Flashing lights, unsettling
So it has a warning.
violent content, sudden loud noises,
And as a character which I didn't realize that he was one of those characters in Mass Effect, right? Oh wait, was that Devclaw from Fallout? I can't be sure. I mostly will have to like rewind and pause it. Alright, number 15.
SCP-178.
Oh, not 173? Or was it 4? It's mostly the peanut guy.
178 is a pair of white stereoscopic 3D glasses with a rectangular.
Oh, I remember those. They mostly just wear those like when you're watching movies in 3D. I mean, they're still using those to this day.
Exhibits no unusual physical
Sorta.
properties apart from a
even though they keep knowing they redesigned the sunglasses, redesigned those
when worn
3D glasses.
What
the fuck? Hello.
Entities reportedly exhibit.
Alright, they're just standing there.
Curious behavior.
Oh,
with one
curious.
exception. Any attempt by the wearer or any other personnel to directly interact with the entities result in severe lacerations appearing on the person involved. The appear of the lacerations is rapid and it continues until the moment the wearer expires. The pattern of lacerations is always consistent with being slashed with 3 parallel tapered sharp objects of lengths varying between 14.2 and 27.4 centimeters and maximum thickness varying between 2.9 and 8.1 centimeters.
It's crazy like where the company of SCP managed to find all these stuff and lock them away. Like, how did it happen? I mean, of course, it will mostly be like some victims went through this whole situation and was being called out by the SCP to secretly just take it away and locked it up. And probably go for Man in Black, trying to wipe the guy's memory for forgetting that one time it happened. If the SCP managed to have that type of equipment like Man in Black. Like, that would be a crazy invention to be made in the future. I mean, who knows? Maybe science will probably make that. Well, of course, that'll be, I don't know, maybe that'll be a dumb idea, or I don't know. Only for this SCP universe can do that. Yeah. Of course it's safe. So I'd rather not interacting with those creatures, eh?
SCP-2373.
How many are there?
Euclid.
Seriously, there's probably like SCP 3 billion or something. Please.
Its skin covered in black furry bristles. Though
okay, just a leftover guy who lost his legs.
Impossible to determine whether these bristles extend beyond the torso. SCP-2373's eyes remain constantly open. If no human subject is present within SCP-2373's direct line of sight, it remains in a dormant state on the floor of its containment chamber.
So he was once
if
human.
If a single human subject comes within SCP-2373's direct line of sight, SCP-2373 will begin to animate, telekinetically repositioning itself directly behind the subject.
No, I'd rather not be in that room.
Subjects do not acknowledge SCP-2373.
Like, what if it might try to replace you and it take your legs?
As the speed of its movement,
as if this SCP is kind of jealous. I mean, I know he's mostly floating just to admit it to copy you.
Will remain suspended behind the subject's back, remaining limp and occasionally shuddering. SCP-2373 will follow the subject, altering the position in accordance with the subject's movements, ensuring complete unawareness of its presence.
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly right
This
behind
effect
you.
continues until SCP-2373 is attacked or obstructed
I mean,
by
I
a
wouldn't
cell,
mind if someone
where it
make
will
an actual
relocate to an
SCP fan
environment
film
in
based
which
on this
one or no
SCP, you
human
know?
individuals are
Like
present.
having someone being to think they're mostly being
If this
stalked
is not
is mostly
possible,
just because they're being followed by this one SCP is right behind them, and there are some people like around nearby and mostly noticing what's going on. Or it's just the person himself just losing it.
No reflection and is incapable of emitting sound.
I know,
upon
I
physical
just finished
contact
watching
with
the
external
Obsession
surfaces.
movie with my brother, and
Its movements
I
in its
didn't know
active
that movie
state
would be
can
that
only be
good.
observed
Seriously,
electronically
it's
through
somehow
transparent
really good,
solids
like,
or by
mostly better than the
non-human
Smile movie.
individuals. Occasionally, while in its active state, SCP-2373 has been known to flinch, momentarily clutching its amputated abdomen in pain.
Ugh.
The source of the amputation is unknown,
So it can still feel
but its
pain
cut is
after.
consistent with that inflicted by a rotary blade.
I mean,
or
of course it
grasp.
would.
SCP-2373 is currently contained within a Class A containment chamber at Site-19, separated from Hallway 284 by an airlock.
Man, even sites. Like, how many sites are there for this whole SCP universe? Like, they're probably like the whole around the whole entire planet. Like, maybe there's like a, I don't know, maybe an underwater facility, or maybe one up in the moon, or maybe Mars. I don't know. Like, how many sites are there that there's not these companies managed to build? Like, seriously.
SCP-3470.
Oh boy.
Euclid. SCP-3470
A car?
is a predatory organism.
Wait a minute, wait. It reminds me of the one with the Stephen King. What's her name?
105E of unclear age.
Cr-
With a single occupant in the driver's
Christine. It's mostly that red car. A very old one, and it's mostly some sort of entity vehicle. Like so many theories back then that if the car is mostly once a female driver who mostly die and possess the car, or what the fuck? That's an eyeball.
The same way as a normal eye. SCP-3470 hunts only at night in a manner similar to ambush predators.
Yeah, it's pretty much as Christine in a way.
Looking for solitary cars. When it
Yeah, we got
identifies
Christine and
potential
SCP
threat,
now,
it will
y'all.
catch up to them, pass them,
I guess
and then
Stephen
force
King's
them to
fine with
slow
them giving
down
the
or
rights.
Stop it with hand gestures. Just before attacking, SCP-3470
No.
will rotate the hand so that human drivers can see its palm.
I'm like, what's
However,
next?
its method
Is there
of
gonna be
attack
like an
and
idea
assumption
like,
is still
of course they
unknown.
already did, like everybody would say that Siren Head is an SCP, or Cartoon Cat. Cartoon Cat is an SCP. Now, I don't think Trevor Henderson will be happy about that, because he didn't confirm it. It's his choice. He created those creatures in the first place, so whereas Kim, don't just quickly like say it's an SCP. No. Just let the creators bring up their ideas. It's their choice.
Contact with other officers at the time of their disappearance, and their description of SCP-3470, particularly the hand of its driver, attracted the Foundation's attention. A dissected SCP-3470 egg and 3 unhatched SCP-3470 eggs are in full
Eggs?
storage in Site-42. Mobile Task Force Lambda-12 currently monitors the area around Cebola
So what, this
National Park
living car
and
entity
says
mostly
it continued
gives out eggs or something?
SCP-3470 habitation.
Makes baby cars? Or it's just those eyeballs on the hands?
Steady, boys.
Alright.
Lord only knows what's hiding down
Audio log.
fingers on the safeties. Smells like shit, Diesel. What the fuck has this thing been eating? Take a gander. I'm more worried about these walls. Sure don't look natural.
Alright, walls. Okay. So, they were in a cave.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say they look like...
Oh, what?
like tire tracks. Oh, ain't that just peachy?
continue the advance. The passageway slopes gradually downwards and then opens up into a larger cavern. The walls bare and this. Okay.
Boy, I'm sweating like a pig. Tell me about it.
And the temperature is getting warm.
Damn, it's humid down here. Focus. Do you see anything suspicious? I think so. Way in the back. You see it?
What, the mother?
Shiny thing. It's reflecting my flashlight.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I think I just stepped in its shit. Shine your torch on it. Let's see what this thing's been eating. God almighty. Are those human bones?
Uh-oh.
Christ. That's not all.
What?
I think this is a cop's badge.
Yep.
Move it into the biohazard bag. And let's keep going.
So a living car is eating humans. No, Christine would never be like that, no. Like, she would not, like, eat. She would mostly just run them over or
Well,
set them on fire or something.
right. You know the drill. Grab half of them.
Well, why not just, like, destroy them all? Like, burn them all and everything, you know? Make sure they don't repopulate or anything else if there will be, like, more of these baby killing cars and all that. Like, why would you need to take 5 eggs? It's better to just exterminate them all, because if you want to protect your world, it's better to just kill them all.
It's revving at us. I refuse to be killed by a goddamn Ford.
Uh-huh. Don't want to end up in a Christine movie.
As my witness, all 4 of us are walking out of here alive with a story to tell.
Speaking about Christine,
Shoot some
I remember years ago, me and my family were like driving by back down in Texas, and then we passed by a car shop, and out of nowhere, I see a car that reminds me of Christine. Seriously.
Well then, let's get these samples back to base and then come back to nab the bugger. Hey, wait. I just realized
What?
something.
What is it?
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, me either.
SCP-347 is supposed to be a turquoise, right? That one was black.
Oh no. Could not be found. It did not respond to any radio transmissions following the agrees of. Okay. And recording. Number 12. For a living car, mostly giving birth to babies and all that.
944. Object class. Euclid.
Of course.
SCP-944 is
What?
a single-story building.
Oh no.
Base, formerly an attraction.
Why it has to be that?
Amusement park in.
That's why I really hate that point. Like, you go to these all these places and you mostly go to a maze, mostly with mirrors and all that, until you mostly got lost. You're mostly trapped and you can't even find a way out. Unless you might end up with Pennywise. It chapter 2 in that point.
Through the maze and into the mirrors. Despite extensive experimentation,
I don't know, is there a horror movie before It Chapter 2 with the mirror maze scene? Is there a horror movie about that for a mirror stuff? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind for a short horror movie of being trapped in a mirror maze until you mostly lose it, you hallucinate, or there's an actual entity in the room.
Former security and staff stating that the structure causes static and interference. Signs indicating no cameras allowed found around the building also further prove this fact. SCP-944 was built in 2006 and operated normally until Incident 944-U1 occurred.
Well, it's an actual place that's being filmed right now, so it is out there.
Several different incidents.
I bet a lot of SCP fans are mostly trying to travel to find this place to test it out themselves.
Dehydrated and was claiming to have been lost in the maintenance tunnel for 3 days. Despite
3 days?
944 not containing any maintenance tunnels. A child was found severely injured in Maze Hallway B with
Oh, no.
third-degree burns to their
What?
hands and feet. They claimed that they were burned and tortured by an individual who called himself Zippo the Pyromaniac Clown.
Oh,
Extensive police...
a clown? Oh, okay, it's mostly Pennywise.
A female had emerged from the maze smaller than when she had entered it. She said this was likely due to the fact that she was looking at her
But of course,
reflection in
Pennywise
a
will mostly
reflector
eat
called
you
the
instead of,
shrinking
like,
mirror.
burning you.
Foundation personnel intercepted police reports and guest complaints about these incidents. The area was secured, and Class B amnestics were administered. Use of robot drones to navigate SCP-944 does not appear to trigger anomalous effects. Therefore, use of D-Class personnel in experiments is approved. Drones would follow the D-Class through the building.
Yeah, I would never go to a mirror maze.
Surrounded by a 3-meter
Never.
high opaque fence, both to prevent outside access.
I mean,
and
I
to
did
allow
one time, but it was very
experimentation
short.
by the public.
Very short type
It
of
is officially
version of the mirror
listed
maze.
as a condemned
Which is
building,
good, at least for
and
me.
construction
I managed to get out there
areas
alive.
to explain the fenced-off parts. Level 1
But I would never go to those type of mirror maze. Nope. Never.
Unauthorized access. Non-D-class personnel entering SCP.
Like, seriously, what other mazes out there at that point instead of just only being a mirror maze?
Indicating safe paths.
Unless the
The
top...
level of fun is
What was it? It was mostly that maze from the
possible
Shining movie.
exposure to
Like that
anomalous
one.
effects.
Unless you mostly try to climb on top of those bushes and get to the top and look around your area, look around your surroundings and find the exit. That's what I would do. I mostly just climb on one of those bushes and just find a way out easily. All right, number 11.
SCP-965.
965.
Object class, Euclid. SCP-965
What the
is a visual manifestation that occurs
Some sort of head or
behind
face
windows.
behind the
It takes
window.
the shape of a shadowed, pale, skinny face looking through the window. The exact details.
So is it
shown
just a head? Like, does it
as
have
is
a
the
body?
directional orientation as well as the age of the person. Research into an individual matching it has thus far proven inconclusive. SCP-965 will only appear when the relative lighting on the outside of the window falls below 5 candelas.
So,
regardless
it
of the
is
lighting on the inside.
Being contained,
Such
like,
terms
it's
are
behind a
possible
window,
because the
so
face will only appear in a
there's
fully
some sort of
assembled
void
window.
or some
Though
sort
it
of
is
void
not
room
really
on the other side of that
installed.
window where it's being
Thus
contained.
far,
I don't know.
SCP-965 has not shown any ability to intentionally move from one glass pane to another, even within the same installation. It is only able to...
Man, it's
obtain
crazy,
new
like, all these
manifestations
animations are actually
upon
done
destruction
on Source
of the current
Filmmaker. But even
SCP-965
if they try to use
-1,
filters
at
and
which point
overlays
its
of
new
anything
habit
we added
will be
while
classified
editing
as
to make it look like it's an actual
SCP-965-1.
footage,
The face is
probably
visible
like
from the
actual
X-ray
footage
portion
during the
of
game of the SCP Containment Breach.
SCP-965-1.
If that
Initial
game has some more
caused by
extra stuff added, like
SCP-965
some
are reports of
footage
unease,
or files of
nervousness,
these other
and
SCPs
low-grade
being added, if they were
abnormal.
mentioned a bit
These
early on.
sensations will overcome anybody within visual range of the manifestation, even if obscured. An individual that is sleeping in any area visible to SCP-965 when it manifests will invariably have dreams of a disturbing nature, usually involving being chased, attacked, tormented, though without physical contact in the dream. With repeated incidents
In a
involving
dream?
the same subject, SCP-965 will begin manifesting with a more explicit smile than normal. After this point, the subject will begin complaining of heartburn or abdominal pain, and often begin to vomit blood or have
Wait, what?
blood in bodily waste. This is caused by the victim suffering from ulcers and low-grade hemorrhaging throughout the varied locations in their gastrointestinal tract. The current hypothesis as to the
Nah, I
cause of
can
these
take care of. I can
afflictions
take him.
is
I
influenced
mostly will
by
just break that
official
glass
research
and just pull him
that
out
is
there and
related
just beat him
to
up.
elevated stress and fear levels.
That's how you do it.
Subject to advance to this
Unless you get Doomslayer
have
to do all
also
the work.
reported continuing experiences of the facial
Unless
manifestations
there is a...
of
Unless... Unless there's...
is
an
contained
actual
within
version
framed,
of
ready to
Slayer
install
in the SCP universe.
henceforth referred to as
SCP Slayer or something like that. Like, imagine
SCP-965-1.
there's
It's
one in
composed
this whole
of at
series.
least 6
Well,
panes
I
of
mostly
clear
give you guys
glass that is
ideas
kept
to make your own
within an
OCs or your own
environmentally
idea for your own
controlled
type of
storage facility capable of
SCP
withstanding
Slayer that can take down all these
significant
creatures and
seismic
their enemies and all that.
It is inspected at least once per week to check for the degradation of material. At all times, 2 similar framed windows are present within separate chambers in additional padding and insulation. The lighting within the chamber is at a minimum of 130 candelas at any time personnel are within said chamber, except during research. Research into a permanent means to contain SCP-965 is ongoing, and individual
Just what he
experiments
says,
are carried out
965,
by
just
clearance level
almost
1
like he almost about to say
personnel after
939.
approval from level
The,
3 administration.
It's mostly some sort of a dog creature that can mostly mimic everybody's voices. Number 10.
SCP-432. Object Class Safe.
Oh, now we got safe.
SCP-432
Some sort of
is a
locker.
2-door steel storage cabinet.
Oh, storage
The
cabinets.
exterior of the cabinet is green and bears no remarkable features except small areas of corrosion and light scratching. The doors of the cabinet are fitted with a basic slide bolt and a hasp for a padlock, allowing the door to be secured from outside. The interior dimensions of 432 display significant
dimensions
disparity with
now.
the exterior. The doors
'Cause
open
I was
into an
first-
apparently extra-dimensional space containing a large labyrinth
Holy
complex comprised of an uncharted series.
I
of
first thought it
corridors.
just like an actual
exact
SCP
size of
storage
the
where it just like stores
SCP-432
some interesting items where you can open and
cannot be
close it and
accurately
get new
measured,
ones.
as each time
No,
the
it
doors
just
of the
mostly
cabinet
just
are
this
closed,
whole
they
dimension
reopen.
rooms,
The entrance
mostly in the
created by
back
cabinet
rooms in a way,
moves to a different section of the maze.
which I am going to see it on my birthday.
The fate of personnel within the maze when the door is closed is unknown, although remains discovered within the maze suggest starvation is a likely outcome. Other remains, coupled with additional evidence gathered during exploration, suggests that the labyrinth contains a large, predatory inhabitant.
Seriously, how deep does this go?
Hereafter
What the fuck?
is SCP-432-1.
Yeah, for you to say this whole SCP is safe? Hmm.
As are cellular phones. Remote control devices sent into it are similarly impaired and cease to function after traveling an
Yeah,
average
no
of
way
20
you
meters
call
in
this
the
safe.
maze, rendering remote mapping of the internal layout impossible. High-gain radio transmissions can be used to keep in contact with personnel within the labyrinth, although significant interference occurs deeper into the maze. If the doors of the cabinet are closed, then all forms of contact with personnel within SCP-432 are
Yeah, I prefer that being Keter, not
Expeditions
safe.
have been sent into 432 to attempt to chart its internal
Like, how do
geography.
they think that's safe?
To date, D-class personnel have been lost within the maze. No further expeditions are made without express permission of at least 2 level 4 personnel. Paint samples, metal fatigue, and construction techniques date SCP-432 to have been constructed in the early 1950s. However, artifacts recovered from within have been accurately dated to much earlier periods. SCP-432 is kept in a standard storage area at Sector 25. It is kept locked at all times, and the key to the lock is kept in the adjacent security station under guard by 3 level 3 personnel.
No way
No
that's
other
safe.
special
Like,
containment
come
is
on.
required.
Like, I know it's just storage cabinet. It's mostly that you can lock it up, but come on. It's mostly a room in a dimension where you've been chased by this creature. Like, come on.
It came to the attention
How can that
of the
be safe?
Foundation after reports of several homeless people in the area
No.
disappearing.
I don't-
after staying
I don't
in the
believe it.
complex. Upon investigation, several researchers discovered the cabinet at the center of an abandoned steel mill, surrounded by a number of sleeping bags, items of clothing, and other personal effects, suggesting
What?
a number of homeless people had recently made camp there.
Oh.
SCP-432 was unlocked, but the door closed upon discovery. After exploring the immediate area beyond the entrance, the lead researcher exited SCP-432 and summoned Foundation personnel to transport the cabinet to Sector 25 for analysis.
Yeah, no way it's safe. Like, come on. Number 9. What the?
SCP-015-IT.
It. Wait,
Object class
we got.
Euclid.
So what? We got Pennywise?
SCP-015-IT
That's not Pennywise.
is a
It
humanoid
looks some
entity
sort of
around 1.9
like a
meters
mix
tall,
with
hairless
096
skin capable
and the
of
Rake,
absorbing
as if they have a baby.
92% of incident light. Its face presents neither nose nor external ears, and its eyes can emit light due to phosphors placed on its iris. The mouth has 8 pointed teeth in each jaw, while the tongue, 28 centimeters long, is forked. On both points there are 2 hollow needles directly connected to the esophagus. Physically, SCP-015-IT presents a reduced muscular mass.
Ugh.
Despite this, however, it is surprisingly strong and can easily subdue an adult human.
Yeah, you could. I'd rather have it been cuter.
SCP-015-IT
Like,
is
come
highly
on.
resilient to physical damage and can heal quickly from wounds and damage to internal organs.
Oh, so it can heal that fast.
SCP-015-IT is predominantly active.
What, does it have super
and feeds
speed?
exclusively on adrenaline and noradrenaline produced by mammals.
That would be
with
creepy. That would be really terrifying if there's an SCP who's really much fast like the
secure them,
Flash.
SCP-015-IT developed a hunting method aimed at scaring its target as much as possible. Usually it hides in dark spots, trying not to be seen, and stalks its victim. If it is not spotted, SCP-015-IT waits
Plus,
until its prey is distracted.
Knowing we all remember
and
playing the
approaches its
SCP
site
Containment Breach game,
before grabbing it and
I would
biting
imagine,
its
like,
side.
I mean, there was
The
like
bite
some
is
sort
not
of
enough to kill the victim,
sequel
but
in a
to
way
use the
for
large
it
teeth
that
as
released on
anchor,
Steam,
while the tongue
but
darts forward and snicks
it would be really cool
directly
if
in
the
adrenal
creators of these
glands.
if the
blood,
creators of those
rich
games
with
can
adrenaline,
probably
is
like
aspirated
bring it
from one
back
of the
and
needles,
make like
while the second
DLCs or
expels it
perhaps
with
like
the
some
addition of a
sequels
mild
with
sedative.
these new
This allows
SCPs being added, and probably like new rooms
to
too.
keep the prey immobile without wasting too much energy.
Like that would be
and to
really
leave
cool. A little bit more
undisturbed
expanding of the
after
whole
its meal.
series in the
Prolonged
game.
observation of
Ugh.
SCP-015-IT causes psychic deterioration to exposed subjects, with auditive and visual hallucinations, panic attacks, and in the most sensitive individuals, damage to the cardiovascular system. The first symptoms appear after 2 weeks, but this time is reduced if SCP-015-IT doesn't feed regularly.
Eh?
The cause of this phenomenon is currently unknown, but it is theorized that it is a method to rend vulnerable prey that would be too strong or aggressive otherwise. SCP-015-IT is contained in a standard cell
Or
inside
just it.
Victoria, and is kept under surveillance
No,
by a
Slate is
system
not
of cameras
Pennywise.
and infrared sensors. The room and the adjacent corridors are painted white and kept well lit. 2 times per day, a pig is introduced in the cell for
What?
SCP-015-IT to feed.
You bring a pig!
Personnel assigned to its cell take
How could
psychiatric
you?
evaluations weekly.
Just bring
and
an
a
actual
cycle
meat, not a.
every 3 months.
Come on, really? That's just cruel.
SCP-015-IT was first captured on the 22nd of May, 2012, after the police of the province of Caserta received many reports of vampire attacks.
Wait, vampire attacks? Are you telling me that this guy is mostly some sort of vampire? Dracula? Unless unless he looks pretty much like the original Dracula,
until it was shot with a transmitter,
which
that
I
allowed
forgot
the
his name,
Foundation to trace its position.
which is
When it was
Nosferatu.
surrounded, it reacted with unforeseen violence and was able to kill and wound several soldiers before being subdued.
Like, maybe it is the Dracula. Maybe he is the vampire.
SCP-2884, Object Class Euclid.
Okay, no Euclid.
SCP-2884 is a phenomenon.
Oh, a lot of
affecting
security
developed
cameras
organs
in
the
the same
United Kingdom.
in one wall.
SCP-2884
Like, do you need that many cameras at that point?
Or rate of its manifestation, other than an increased probability of manifestation in areas with relatively high crime rates. SCP-2884-1 are CCTV cameras which appear in areas affected by 2884. Instances of them appear only in locations outside of the view of pre-existing video surveillance equipment, often in excessive numbers, proximity, and in seemingly illogical configurations. 5 instances were radially arranged on a telephone pole.
Okay, that's an actual
9
photo.
instances were observing
Or,
different sections of
okay,
the
that's
south
definitely
Pole.
Photoshop. Like, come on.
26 instances were arranged on a wall of a residential apartment complex, each facing in a seemingly random direction. Instances of SCP-28841
Who's
appear to
watching
function
you?
with an invisible power source.
It's mostly those security cameras, but unless,
constructed of a combination of
I
standard,
don't know.
commercially available.
It's probably some sort of
components,
strange
and a number of
AI
components
computer
are
or
unknown.
something.
Some non-standard components are engraved with the image of a human eye.
Sorry,
Instances
I had to record all this at 9:30 because I just got back to help out my family to do some yard work and all that.
Are a collection of
What the f-
Instances are physically and genetically identical, lack fingerprints, hair, reproductive organs, and eyes. The ocular cavities. Of
Yeah, I get.
instances are
I'd rather
large,
not
show
live in a
signs of
town that
surgical
has like
removal of
those.
the ocular organs. Instances are found wearing identical dark blue
Like, I'd rather move out, get away from there. Unless if there is one with the SCP Keter, I'd rather leave the planet like Omni-Man, who's mostly decided to have love with a bug and have a baby son.
Instances will appear in groups of 2 to 10 in the nearest location and under an immediate observation by nearby individuals or video equipment, and will then proceed.
So we got a cameraman attacking a cameraman.
Punishment include partial or incomplete removal of article of clothing from the offender's person, assault with a blunt weapon, encircling the offender and shouting loudly for up to 5 minutes, restraint, followed by an instance facing the offender and reciting a nonsensical version of the right to silence before offender is physically carried to a location outside of view of nearby individuals and video equipment. As of the 1st of September 2015, a total of 84 Foundation personnel are embedded in the United Kingdom National Crime Agency, British Security Industry Association, and associated security organizations within the United Kingdom. These personnel carry out the following directives: promotion of mass surveillance in the United Kingdom and legislation supporting an increase in the installation of video surveillance equipment in urban areas. Investigation of any kind in all possible
Like, knowing there's like a lot of SCPs out there, but to like, is there like a list of every SCPs in order in every number? You know? Oh. So what, does it attack the guy and give him a camera on top of his head?
What the fuck? Under arrest for violation of law 1130, public indecency, and law 3667, unauthorized use of a public bench. Steve, you have to let me go. I didn't do anything wrong. You do not have to say anything except nothing. But it may harm your defense if you do not question what mentions something you may later lie on right in court. Anything you do say or do may be all said and done in evidence.
So this SCP had his own type of combined forces, or it just makes his own police headquarters.
I don't understand. What did I do? Where the hell are you taking me?
Into a void, and it will give you a camera head.
Let me go, you fucking tosses! Let me go! Let me go!
Ugh. I mean, they probably got the guy to become a cameraman.
Very well. Why were you and your associates assaulting those people?
Violation of Law 51384. No gathering of more than 2 individuals is to take place within 8.4 meters of a bird bath.
Could you explain why that makes sense to you?
The law is the law. The overseer makes the laws make sense.
I see. Who is this
I mean, I
overseer?
would imagine there would be a horror movie like this, you know?
The overseer
Like you're
watches
in a town and then
All right.
these
And
these
what
guys
purpose
just come
do
out of
these laws
nowhere
serve?
and do this whole
The
law
overseer
stuff.
sees a future free of
Unless
crime,
no,
death,
there is
and
probably
degradation.
now there's
Free
only
of
one with the
corruption,
the
free of
bloody
drug
eye.
addiction, free of littering, free of murder, free of rape, free of antisocial behavior, free of...
That's quite enough. Tell me, how does this overseer see all these things?
through the eyes.
What happened to your eyes? The ones in your skull.
Never had them, don't need them.
Oh.
Are you sure? Because from here, without your visor, they look like they've been surgically removed.
Never had them, don't need them.
Oh no.
I see. Now, back to this overseer. Do you know where he is now?
The overseer is everywhere. There are eyes to see.
Yeah, brother alive.
The overseer is watching you right now.
I hate when you say that, seriously. Yeah, to make it creepy. Alright, let's see number 7.
SCP-072. Object class.
Alright, we got a little bit too low number.
SCP-072 is a shadowy and translucent projection,
Safe.
which resembles a long hand, the fingers of which taper to a sharp point. Detailed recording of it is difficult, and it does not manifest at light levels above 5 lux.
So we got a bed
Instances have
monster.
only been observed to manifest when a human enters REM sleep while located in a bed infected by SCP-072 and leaves a foot or feet exposed to open air. If these conditions are satisfied, it will emerge and appear to use its pointer finger. to
Alright,
tap
where
on the
is he?
subject's foot
Oh,
with
there he
their
is.
blade. Subjects have reported that at this point, they
Like
were
he's
unable
mostly
to
under the
move,
bed.
showing symptoms similar to sleep paralysis. This continues as long as SCP-072 is visible. SCP-072 will then use its pointed fingers to cut portions of flesh off the exposed parts of the subject's foot or feet.
Yeah, no,
It will
no,
return to
not
within the
not
bed
safe,
in
not
between
safe.
each removal, emerging without the collected material. This will continue until it has taken all of the exposed foot or feet, stopping at the ankle. For subjects exposed to SCP-072, report this process to be immensely
How can
painful.
that be safe? Seriously.
Paralytic effects render them unable to scream or call for help. It is unknown if manifestations of SCP-072 feed on the
Like the
collected
only one
material or
SCP
use
is
it for
safe.
some other
Is
purpose.
mostly the safest
As
one.
long
I
as
forgot
the
his
limited
name, but it's
properly
mostly.
treated, its
I think it
effects
was
are not
999. It's mostly
but have been
the
observed
orange
as psychological
slime
damage
guy
relating to sleep in
that
the
never
future.
stops tickling you.
There is also
Makes
a
you laugh.
secondary effect. Any bed within an approximately 10-meter vicinity of a bed which manifests the effects of SCP-072 will also host an instance of SCP-072. Destruction of a bed affected by SCP-072 reveals no anomalous materials and no trace of biological material removed from subjects. All known instances of SCP-072 are contained in a holding cell. Access is allowed only during authorized testing procedures. Without prior approval of the Senior Researcher Grant, no materials created for the purpose of being slept on are introduced into a 15-meter vicinity of the holding cell. Instances of SCP-072
Plus the
were
other
first discovered
SCP
in
I
the
would
Past
go
Valley,
that is
Michigan,
mostly safe.
after
It's
local
mostly the
media
coffee
reports on
maker.
its effects caused by a local panic which drew the attention of embedded Foundation agents.
Number 6. Alright, we're getting there.
SCP-1562.
1562.
Object class. Safe.
Okay, we got save. Let's see how safe he is.
SCP-1562.
Just
is an
a
abandoned
playground.
Slide.
A slide.
It was acquired from an abandoned playground on the outskirts of.
Like, what
after
does this thing
several
do?
children in the area went missing.
Oh.
The object's anomalous effects
So what, they
only
slide and they
manifest when
disappear?
the
It's
person
like there is
slides
some
down
sort of
head
invisible
first on their stomach
portal
with their arms
takes them
tucked
to an
down at
arch
their sides.
dimension?
Any other orientation of the body or limbs while sliding results in no effect, and only human beings are affected. When a person slides down SCP-1562 in the aforementioned manner, they will disappear instantly and completely at approximately 15
Okay, I was right
centimeters
then.
before the end of the slide. So far, no one who has disappeared while using 1562 this way has been recovered. Attempts to tie safety lines to test subjects in an effort
well,
to
there he
pull them back
goes.
have ended in failure, as the tether is severed at the moment the test subject disappears. Communication with test subjects that have disappeared is possible and ongoing.
Why not just bring a drone and just see what's on the other
is
side?
currently quarantined in testing lab 46B in Site 24. The door to the lab remains locked at all times. As testing is currently suspended, all access is denied unless special clearance is granted by Dr. Carver.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what's on the other side of this SCP.
D2445, can you hear me?
Yes, Doctor. I can hear you.
Where are you now?
I don't know. Some sort of very small tunnel.
A tunnel, okay,
It's really
okay.
cramped. Can you get me out now?
Can you describe it to me?
No, it's too dark. I can't see anything. And I'm stuck.
Oh no.
I'm still head first on my stomach. And my body's at an angle. I'm in some sort of small tunnel. And I'm stuck.
Don't tell me. Where was it?
I'm completely surrounded
It's
by
mostly
rock
not on a
and dirt
creepypasta
on
thing.
all
It's
sides.
mostly based on a true story.
I don't have enough room to raise
Now
my
the guy
head
went
or
deeper into the
my arms,
caves, and
I can't
that
move
moment that
forward.
he got stuck and he
I
can't
really
get
wanna
out.
Get out of here now.
We're going to try.
And
Can you
he
see
he died there in the caves.
No,
I forgot
I
what
told
what's
you,
his
I
name.
can't see anything.
I bet all you know, so please
I'm getting
comment down
kinda
below.
freaked out now. I'm not really claustrophobic, but this is pretty fucking uncomfortable. Pull me out of here.
Unfortunately, your safety line was severed when you disappeared, so we can't pull you out. We'll try to figure out another way to retrieve you. For now, just stay calm.
Maybe use some sort of rope
No,
attached to the portal.
You need to get me out
I don't know, like does it do that? Where you can have like a rope on your side and you can try to pull him out?
We will have you out of there as soon as we can.
Okay, I was able to worm my way forward a little bit, but my head hit something.
What did you hit?
Oh no.
Shoe, I think.
Oh no.
It's small. Jesus.
He found the kids.
Get me out of here, Doctor. Get me out of here now.
Calm down. We'll get you out of there as soon as we can.
No, you need to get me out of here right now. The shoe. It's so tiny.
Yeah.
You still there, D2445?
Please. Please. I don't want to be in here anymore.
We're going to send someone in to
You
pull
probably
you
found the
out.
body, or it's just a shoe.
What started talking?
Talking.
Little breeders. But I don't make any sense.
What?
Tell me what he said.
He just kept asking where he was. And I told him I didn't know.
Oh, so the kid is
He
alive.
wasn't really talking to me. Because he didn't respond to my voice. And he told me to stop crying when I was actually sorta calm.
What else? Was he moving at all during this?
I don't think so. He started screaming and I told him to shut up. But he kept screaming and crying and asking for his mommy.
Oh.
He
Unless
finally stopped. He
he's
showed
mostly
that
hear
he
like
contacted me again.
all the
Please,
voice
now.
of the ghost itself, like that's keep responding,
We're sending
or
someone in.
I don't know,
Don't panic if you hear or feel something
that
behind
keeps
you.
on like saying the same words over and over again.
My chest is...
Wait, what? Was sent down. Same equipment was selected for his small thin body shaped. Hopes he will be able to move more easily than. Nope.
D8600, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you, Doctor. What is your situation? We're not getting anything on the video feed. I'm in some sort of cave or tunnel.
Same area where the other guy went to.
My headlamp stopped working as soon as I got in here.
Oh.
Are you able to move at all? Not sure I can get my arms up in front of me, but I can sort of wiggle my way forward. Wait, what's this? Hey! Are you alright?
D8600?
I just bumped into someone's foot.
Think he found the other guy?
They're not moving at all.
Oh, never mind.
Hey, are you okay down there?
That could be D2445. Davies, try D2445's radio.
I can hear his radio, I think. Can hear Davies' voice.
D2445 isn't responding.
He's probably dead. I mean, he said something about like his stomach, so.
Radio through our end.
Yes, Doctor. I can hear you.
Oh.
Davies, turn that off. I can hear him through D8600s.
Hey man, I'm
I
glad.
don't know. Some sort of very small tunnel.
Oh no.
Can you get me out now?
So I was right. It mostly used all the remaining voices that would have been used.
D8600 is behind you and is there to help get you out.
No, it's too dark. I can't see anything. And I'm stuck.
Hey man, it's okay. We know you're stuck and we're both going to get out of here.
There's still head first on my stomach. And my body's at an angle. And I'm in some sort of small tunnel. And I'm stuck.
That's not him anymore.
By rock or dirt on
He's
all
pretty much
sides.
dead.
I don't have enough room to raise my head or move my arms. And I can't move forward. I really want to get out.
Yeah, at this point, everybody,
Okay.
if you're
man, it's
doing this
okay.
whole cave exploring and whatnot,
Get my arms up and I'll
don't
grab a hold of your ankles. They
don't
should
be
able to
don't be crazy to go through like small little tunnels and all that.
I can't see
Just
anything.
don't. Don't end up like these guys.
I'm freaked out now. I'm not really claustrophobic, but this is pretty fucking uncomfortable. Get me out of here.
And I'm working on it. Have some.
D8600, stop talking. Something isn't right here.
Yeah, it isn't.
D2445 is just repeating everything he said to me when we initially made radio contact with him.
No. You need to get me out now. I can't handle this like this.
It's okay, just calm down. Doctor, I think he's just freaking out.
No, I mean he
Almost
was,
got
but
in front of me.
Okay, I was able to run my way through it a little bit. But I heard something.
No, he's literally repeating his
Uh-huh.
part of the conversation, word for word.
yeah.
Did he actually move at all, like he just said he did?
I don't
No.
think so. Okay, this is getting kind of creepy. but
Yeah, just get
grab
out.
ankles.
Try to get out there, man.
See if you can pull us out now.
It's shoe, I think. It's small. Jesus.
Doctor, what is he talking about? Can you just pull us out of here?
Get me out of here, Doctor. Get me out of here now.
We can't pull you out. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
No, you need to get me out of here right now. The shoe. It's so tiny.
What the fuck are you talking about? Why can't you pull us out? What does he mean the shoe's so tiny? What the fuck is going on, Doctor?
Please. Please. I can't want to be in here anymore.
How can you be saying this is safe?
D8600.
This is not safe, guys.
The
This
word
is not.
we tied to you was severed as soon as you vanished. We didn't realize that would happen.
It's starting to work.
Fuck. Okay. Okay, then I'll try inching my way backwards.
Yeah, try doing that.
I won't be able to bring him with me, though.
Good luck, D8600. We'll stay in contact with you for the time being.
Just kept asking where he was. And I didn't know. I don't think he was really talking to me. Because he didn't respond to my voice. And I told him to stop crying when I was actually sort of calm.
It'd be a lot easier if he would just shut the fuck up.
I don't think so. He started screaming and I told him to shut up. But he kept screaming and crying and asking for his mama. And then he finally stopped. And shortly after that, he contacted me again. Please, get me out now.
Shut the fuck up already! asshole.
Please hurry. My chest
Are
is...
you making progress, D8600? Little. It's not easy, but I'm getting there. Yes, getting kind of stale in here. Hope there's enough air for me to make it back. Hey, did he finally shut up? I'm not hearing him on my end anymore either.
Oh no.
After that, I was starting to think that... What is it? You were starting to think that... D8600?
So around that time,
Are you still
at the right
there?
minute and all that. Yeah, he's pretty much dead. Yeah, no way that's safe. Like, come on, really? How do you think that's safe? You get stuck in a cave after going to that strange dimension on that slide? Come on. Put that on Keter.
SCP-323 is the skull
Or
of an
Euclid, I don't know.
unidentified cervid with a pair of antlers.
Oh,
growing
great.
from the left and right
We got some
sides.
sort of Wendigo mask.
It shows signs of
By the
damage
looks of it.
consistent with outside exposure, with
Mostly a
regular
deer.
peeling, scarring, and weathering across the object, bleaching on the upper surfaces, and a missing lower mandible. The rear of the skull features an approximately centered ovid gap, gaining access to an interior space 16 centimeters deep. This gap
So what,
shows signs of
you can
tooling,
wear it and
indicating
it'll
that
mostly
was
possess
carved
your
with
body?
tools, possibly stone. SCP
Or if you touch it, it'll make you become a cannibal and to become a Wendigo. I don't know.
Testing has revealed it appears to have a field of view similar to that of other cervids, and has responded to visual stimuli from up to 50 meters away. The targeting of specific members of personnel, various attempts to breach containment, and the violent reaction towards speakers of the French and English languages suggests a level of sapience. However, this is unconfirmed. SCP-323 is capable of limited locomotion, typically in the form of small movements and
Which I don't know why these guys never even tried to destroy these objects or everything else, you know? Unless they think it'll somehow release the entity spirit out of these objects and come to someone else and possess them or something, I don't know.
Demonstrated the ability to make larger movements, such as lunging at personnel and repeatedly attempting to force its way through.
Or somehow bulletproof, fireproof, I don't know.
SCP-323 exerts
It'll be
an
too much an
influential
OP in
effect
a
on
way.
radius extending roughly 15 meters from itself. Individuals within this radius will begin experiencing cannibalistic thoughts and urges, violent outbursts, and impaired judgment after approximately 1 hour of continuous exposure. Roughly 74% of individuals who reach this point will attempt to place their heads through the gap present in the back of SCP-323.
I mean, of course, it will have some D-boys just wear those stuff and test it out, see how it goes.
Attempts will be made to bludgeon their heads against nearby hard surfaces until either the individual's head fits, the individual loses consciousness, or the individual expires.
Or it does that.
Once the individual has fit their head through SCP-323, the individual is classified as SCP-323-1. Within 10 minutes of putting SCP-323
oh my god.
SCP-323-1 will undergo drastic physical alterations.
That was fast.
They will experience a
doesn't take about like a week or anything, just
hair and pigmentation. SCP-323-1's metabolism will experience a dramatic
so they just experiment on D-boys to become Wendigos.
with starvation occurring anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes if no self-preservation efforts are made.
What?
In order to sustain its increased metabolism, it will actively seek out and eat other individuals for sustenance until expiration. It will feed only upon humans.
Of course.
It is presumed that SCP-323-1
Well, there goes that guard.
of receiving sustenance from other sources.
Like, seriously, you had to be in the same room with that guy? Like, you could have closed the door behind you. It probably had some drone guns or something, like machine guns in the room, in the corner.
The object is restrained in the center of the cell. The cell is
That way you don't have
remotely at all
to get that guy
times,
killed.
and any signs of activity are to be reported. No personnel enters 323's containment cell except to examine the integrity of its restraint measures. The restraint measures are examined bi-weekly, and any signs of damage are repaired immediately. All personnel who enter 323's containment cell are accompanied by an armed guard. personnel are not to be within its containment cell for longer than 45 minutes, and any communication around 323 is written or spoken in a language that is other than English or French.
Like, why are they keeping these stuff? Like, why not destroy them in the first place? Like, come on. Like, are they somehow, I don't know, they cannot be broken, they cannot be break or destroyed?
SCP-2863. Object Class.
Okay, now we got Keter. Okay.
SCP-2863 refers to a
hello.
population of spectral entities resembling giant 30-meter-tall animated human skeletons.
Okay, we got a giant.
30
meter
exact number
tall.
of instances is not known, but at least 206 separate.
So we got
individuals
Attack on Titans on the SCP now.
Instances will only appear after sunset. They lose corporeal form if exposed
Okay,
to light
then.
brighter than approximately 1.1 lux. The exact process by which this occurs is currently not understood. Disappearance in this manner is temporary, as instances have been sighted on nights following.
I'd rather just make a space shuttle and just get out of the planet at this point. Go like Omni-Man in a way. Just get out of that planet. Okay, that guy right over there, he's pretty much dead. Or, come on, turn around, get out of there. Like, don't you see that figure right over there? Yeah, come on, turn around, and get out there. There you go. Smart move.
Once an instance has caught a human victim, it will bite off its victim's head and drain their blood into its mouth.
Ugh.
This blood is apparently absorbed into 2863's bone, despite the lack of any digestive mechanisms. Due to increasing urban development,
Like seriously, that thing is just mostly a skeleton. How it couldn't eat?
Fatalities due to these instances have been recorded since the 31st of October, 2008. Due to the impermanent nature of
Unless, I don't know, maybe in theory that parts of his rest of his body is somehow invisible.
Should an instance of SCP-2863 be sighted in the field, Mobile Task Force Omicron 3 is to move in and neutralize the entity by the use of ultra-bright floodlights. Any civilians exposed to SCP-2863 are to be given Class A amnestics and released.
No way. Alright, number 3, we're almost done with this video.
SCP-525, Object Class Euclid.
Okay, Euclid.
SCP-525 consists of multiple
Oh my, what the f- what the what the f-
is the brown recluse spider. The base of each leg is
oh my fucking god,
capable of perforating flesh. When alone or in proximity,
that's just messed up.
SCP-525 is inert.
I killed it with fire, come on.
8 components of SCP-525 are brought.
Don't tell me this thing is fireproof.
The legs will immediately crawl into a group and attach themselves into a single entity, referred to as 525.
What, can I replace your eye? It'll mostly beset your body or something?
Increases, and it will attempt to make contact with the
Oh no.
human.
No,
When
don't.
a suitable animal is found, 5251 will climb directly towards the animal's eye. Having centered itself over a socket,
No.
the legs will secure the eyelid while the others extract the eye.
Oh!
Despite 5251's rapid movements, extreme
I was
care
right.
is taken not to damage the
I
eye
was
during
right.
extraction.
Why? Why they didn't kill this thing? Kill it with fire for crying out loud.
Implant the base of
Like, you want to keep this thing alive so you could, like, experiment how many D-boys you all been using in this point?
Rooting the leg into position.
Like, come on. It's just a freaking spider with an eye.
Appear to be eggs in the socket.
Kill it with fire. Like, come on. It's not that hard. Like, come on, don't say, like, it really is hard. Like, sure, this thing is probably, like, act like spider. It's mostly, like, crawl even faster or jump faster. I don't know.
5251 does not respond to visual.
Like, come on.
Suggesting that it does not use the eye for sight.
Get a flamethrower.
Over time,
kill it with fire.
Hydrates, eventually turning the
that's how I would do it. Like, come on. But make sure you wear, like, a very high protective armor and even your mask, and cover up your neck too, so that way it doesn't try to find a way to crawl inside.
The individual components
and no visor, just a full mask.
Stored in separate glass containers.
With 4 layers.
6 components are stored in the same room.
Or 5.
15 meters of each other. All currently existing components are accounted for at the storage site 23 in lockers. Only Class D personnel are authorized to handle 525 specimens. All supervising staff wear protective eyewear during testing.
Yeah. And what type of protective eyewear they're wearing? Just a regular one, or a very high protective one that's fully with 9 layers?
SCP-3667.
Keter or Euclid?
Object class Fenriel.
Sorry, what now?
SCP-3667.
Oh,
is a
God.
special anomaly located within a sinkhole at the bottom of the Peace Kimberlite Diamond Mine in Mirny Saka Republic.
Oh boy.
Although ground penetrating radar
That's
or
not what I
molecular
expected.
imaging techniques do not reveal
So
any
what?
unusual structures
Is
in
our
the mine or town.
planet is somehow
SCP
alive
contains a
with
Leibniz
these
class spatial
creatures or
anomaly
something?
approximately 5
Like, what's
kilometers
next?
wide
Is there
at
a
point,
living
6
island
kilometers
SCP?
consisting of a
Don't bring, no,
subterranean
don't
network
make that up.
of
Like, come on, no.
passages. To date, 24 unique species classified as SCP.
Okay, we got some sort of cult in some way.
SCP-667-1.
A very messed up one is some sort of torture chamber.
Certain species are sapient, and the vast majority are anomalous. All species display hostility to humans. Approximately 12,000 anomalous human beings have been reported, classified collectively as
Alright, that's mostly a zombie from Left 4 Dead.
SCP-667-2. Most suffering from
And I'm still
alien
waiting for Left 4 Dead 3. Like, come on, Valve. What's taking so long? Like, I know it's mostly our fault. The fans who are mostly upset that the Left 4 Dead 2 came in very early. 1 year later, after the other one. Okay, so they got creatures around roaming the whole place. I thought it was just the creator himself. If the creator is somehow a living thing with multiple teeth, it will mostly close his mouth on the top surface and it'll trap you.
As of January 14th, 2012, the Mirny mine has been outfitted with surface-to-air missile systems around its perimeter.
It's crazy nowadays, like, even though we're still, like, exploring around the deepest of the earth, like, knowing we haven't fully explored the ocean. Like, it was kind of like 20% of us exploring around the ocean. Like, we still haven't found everything so far. Like, sure, there's, like, it's been, like, how many years, like, that all the science and everybody else in Diverse been exploring around the depths of the ocean to find more sea creatures and everything else. Like, have they, like, they probably did reach the very bottom. Like, have they?
Containment procedures have been reduced.
Like, they could make some sort of a different type of submarine or something that's have like a very huge light beam or something that can shine through the very distance of the ocean. Like, I'd rather create something like that. Like, come on, like, look at that. So many guys out there managing to invent very much high-brighted lights that can mostly shine through the distance to someone's apartment, and one of you guys will just wake up to see a huge light of the sun just blinding you, or it'll turn you to ash, like that one meme. Like, come on, just bring those huge lights and just go down to the depths of the ocean and surround your lights around in 360, so you can see everything.
SCP-3667. The resulting cave-in killed one of the workers while injuring several others. Their initial exploration of the cave system identified...
Like, we haven't found, like, if there are other entities, like, other creatures, or, I don't know, like, if there are probably some that we haven't found. Like, how everybody still believe in Bigfoot, in a way. Like, if Bigfoot is a real thing or not. We don't know. Oh, great. A man bat. Well, everybody, shine your signal up in the sky at night to call Batman. Because Man Bat is on the run again. Or flying. On the air, I don't know. Come on, get Batman to do this one.
Before Foundation helicopter was able to eliminate the threat. In the immediate aftermath, the town of Mirny was airily amnesticized by Foundation operatives.
It's just that photo reminds me of, I don't know, Aquaman, which I forgot how it was called. It's mostly this urban legend creature just roaming around and somehow go to these areas that mostly will cause a huge disaster. Like a fallen bridge or something.
This is Anna. Check.
Orders, check. Gaslight, check. Command, do we have permission to enter the anomaly? Fine. Whenever you're ready.
They're gonna die.
Safety's off, boys. We already know there's shit down there.
Just bring some sort. I don't know, a bomb. Just drop it down that crater or something to kill all those creatures. They're mostly just... who knows how many they've been killing or eating for past who knows how long. Like, seriously, and you decided to send up soldiers down there to get themselves killed. Like, seriously.
Team 1, we've lost contact with you for a few seconds. Can you do a hume check? Standard procedure.
Like, seriously, how dumb are these SCPs companies can somehow get their soldiers down there to get themselves killed without, you know, sending an air force or something to drop some sort of bomb or something down to these areas where these creatures are hiding. But make sure you clear the area to get all civilians out there. Like, seriously, what's going on? Like, why these SCP companies can't even do... I don't know. Like, they prefer to contain these creatures, to examine them, learn everything about them. But the rocks feels a bit soft. Don't tell me you're a little bit going for Apollo 18 if these rocks are somehow alive. You know, spider rocks in Apollo 18 movie. If you all still remember, some of you still remember that movie. It's still good. I see nothing wrong with it. It is a found footage after all, where it doesn't fully show everything or get right to the point. Unless you go for Cloverfield, which I'm still waiting for Cloverfield 3, not that one from Netflix releasing. Nope, nope. I'm just waiting for the one that is direct sequel to the first movie. I mean, is it really going to happen? I don't think so. Alright, so... Yep. Vanilla? Let me guess. That the river is now fully radiated?
Water, if you will. Jars should be in your supply packs.
I mean, there's probably these type of SCPs are probably filled with radiation at that point.
Team 1, you're operating on a very short clock.
I mean, where do these creatures come from in the first place? I mean, doesn't matter, I guess, to know what they really came from. Like, they come from space, or they come from the very beginning before humanity were made, or even dinosaurs. I don't know. Or some sort of experiment gone wrong and some of them are somehow alive. Or experimented. Or go for fallout in a way where radiation turn these objects or creatures, animals, to become these things. Nah, that idea's already taken. Fallout. So... I don't know.
Alright. Can we get any idea of possible age, Team 1? Does it look occupied?
I'm guessing 100.
Uh-huh.
Few 100 years old. Some of these bricks are disintegrating. Looks abandoned.
Pretty much. I mean, these creatures have been living here a very long time. Like, they don't show up in the surface.
If anything sentient's still alive in there,
But knowing all of us decide to drill down deep of the surface, they manage to just notice what's going on and they get angry and decide to attack us and use us for food. And they're still alive. Like, seriously, it's been 6 minutes and they're still alive.
Some kind of artwork on the floor here.
Oh, an artwork. Okay. Probably cave paintings. Like, maybe they somehow are cave paintings.
There's 4 hallways leading deeper into the structure here, Champ. This thing might be bigger than I realized. Do you want us to keep pushing or...
They are.
Do what you can, Anna. Your call.
They're going to do it.
Let's do what we can. Team 1, we're going to split up.
No!
Tunnel number 1.
You really had to do that? Splitting up is the worst thing ever in horror movies.
Anything goes wrong, you sound the alarm.
Come on, I bet there are like videos that everybody explaining why splitting up is the worst idea ever.
For you, Command. And I want you watching all of us like hawks in there.
Yeah, hogs, who will mostly end up being eaten by, I don't know, a giant lion or something? I don't know. Like, you guys are pretty much not hawks. You're pretty much like tiny little birds, or even worms, will be attacked by actual hawks. Uh-oh.
Come in.
Command, what's going on?
Yeah, good point. You don't want to be seen. Unless it can smell you. Like, come on.
Gregory, get back to your hallway and retreat to the portal. Anna, you too.
Yeah,
I'm
get out
pulling
there.
you all out.
Good, good. Good idea, Commander. You made a good idea. Because it was a bad idea to send your men, all your soldiers down there to get themselves killed. It's a good thing you care for your soldiers and get them out there. I wonder what it takes if we get like another video of these videos, unless there'll be some sort of remastered way where these logs can somehow be shown visual. Like, that'll be mostly, of course, and... What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no.
Gregory, get out of there!
Oh, he's dead. Okay, got one?
Anna?
Well, he speaks like a human. Unless they're actually humans, but they somehow evolve to become something else. What? Oh!
Anna! Anna! What's going on?
We're all right. I'm with Gregory now. We're going to need a backup team to pick us up. I think he's twisted an ankle from the fall.
Good there, man, with the grenade and all that.
Entity. Is there any present danger?
Yeah, the thing's here too, but it's missing most of its head.
Mm-hmm.
You guys might want to take a look at it anyway.
Affirmative.
Well, just hope it doesn't regenerate its head and attacks again. I don't know. Can it regenerate? No. No way.
Hang tight.
Unless
You bet.
the other entities in the background heard the explosion, it will follow them. I mean, that's probably where it'll go. So they got the body of the entity. They'll probably examine it and see to find anything about their strength and their weaknesses. I mean, the grenade did kill it, so. Alright, number 1. Let's see how dangerous this SCP is.
SCP-1506.
Oh.
Object class.
Oh, Keter. Okay.
SCP-1506 is a designation for the global phenomenon which spontaneously generates instances of SCP-1506-1.
What?
These are designations for anomalous colonies of at least approximately 900 spiders of mixed species.
No! No!
They're able to build a complex.
Great, we got spiders with eyeballs, and now we got an army of spiders in some sort of...
behavior, as individual spiders are rarely seen working in cooperation and never in cross-species cooperation.
Now we got spiders up in the sky!
Altitudes of up to 18 kilometers.
Yeah, we're dead. This Earth is pretty... In this universe, in the SCP universe, this Earth is doomed. We're all doomed.
Thus far, it is unknown how spiders
Invent! No! Everybody!
1506 is preferred method of predation.
Build a
is
giant
web
bug
around
spider
human altitude.
spray. Killer.
Any animality
Build a giant
inside the
spray
spider web
to
will
kill all of
instantly
those.
appear and be
Or,
unable
no,
to remove
a giant
the killer.
flamethrower. Mixed with
Only
the bug
live
sprays.
animal exhibits
Put those two together
There
and
enough
kill the
information
son of a
SCP-157
bitch out of the
will
sky.
move in the web at considerable speeds.
I'd rather do that.
When it has fully realized
Well, come on.
prey, the web structure will engulf the animal. Consumption of prey takes place over a few days, depending on both the size of the prey and the colony. Humans take approximately 5 days for an average-sized colony to digest. The largest single prey animal recorded has been an elk, taking 11 days to digest. Waste is allowed to
I mean, that's probably not actual footage of someone managed to encounter a strange-looking cloud that's mostly formed something else, and that footage was, of course, later used as an SCP that they make that cloud a giant web of a base for its
The
spiders.
only successful method to obtain internal visuals is through prey-mounted camera, which
Ugh.
the stationary video feeds.
Still creepy, and we're still getting like loads of spider horror movies to this day. Mostly the silent productions are always doing that.
Originate in Chile, showed a man walking through the streets at 0247 local time.
I mean, who knows? We probably will get an SCP movie since the hour-long movie did pretty good. That Hollywood is so jealous. And now we're getting the Backrooms movie that's coming out on my birthday. That's going to be good. And yeah, there's pretty much other type of movies done by all these YouTubers and young directors out there who actually play these games and actually know these stuff. I'd rather just have young directors who are mostly new to Hollywood to this day be the ones to make these movies based on these games and books and everything else. Because Irelong, done by Markiplier, good choice for him to be the one to make the movie. And Jacksepticeye is making his own movie as well. Fully animated and rated R.
I don't know. Give me the mic.
No. Wait, how big are these spiders? They managed to take down a jet?
Johnson, you're a co-pilot for today.
Unless they're just little tiny spiders managed to get inside the Yanchans and destroy it.
As smooth as possible, but the occasional hiccup will happen. We thank you for understanding. Okay. What the hell just happened?
Like, can Maverick from Top Gun mostly deal with these spiders in the sky? Oh. Okay, so it's a giant spider.
What? Mayday, mayday, mayday! This is flight! Intermediate.
Yep, it's a giant spider.
Require urgent assistance on a spider infestation. Over.
Oh.
What the hell? Did they get through the door? This is flight.
Okay, small spiders then.
Flight cabin has been compromised by spiders, and they're everywhere. Come in. Over.
They're dead.
Mayday! Anyone?
Yeah, they're dead. 60 minutes.
Ailerons. Okay. Rudder. Okay. Elevators. Okay. Radio gone. Well, at least we're not dead, Stick.
They're still alive? How they manage?
Breathe. This is what we have to do. I don't want to. Neither do I. We're doing this. It has to be now.
What?
We're getting too close to.
The what?
We'll be the first to hit. The plane's behind us. It's a rock in a hard place. You sure it'll burn? I've set all the fuel safety options off.
Oh, they're going to sacrifice themselves, find a way to kill this thing. By, crashing their jet towards it? They're doing it. Well, it's been an honor serving with you, man. At speed. At least they're doing something at this point by killing these SCPs instead of containing them. Seriously, an SCP movie would be so cool to see these many stuff. I mean, it's a lot, unless you just bring the classic, familiar SCPs we all know and love. Alrighty, that's the end of that one. Alright, the next video we're gonna watch is called Top 10 Creepiest Safe SCPs by E. Kyon Kun. I hope I'm saying that right. So, let's get to it, shall we?
Hello and welcome everyone to the latest Top 10 SCPs list. So I got to thinking, sure there are some horrific SCPs out there.
There's
but I
no
always
way,
felt
like,
some
all
of the
these SCPs
classifications
are
seemed a bit
safe.
misleading
Like, come
at
on.
times. I got to thinking this after someone
Like,
mentioned in my top
I
10
don't know,
world-ending
maybe
SCPs
the,
list that quite a few of them were in fact
SCP
considered
999?
safe. So
That little
today,
slime
we're
guy
going over
makes
some creepy
tickles you
things
all
that lurk
all
in the
day
safe
long
class
in
of
this
the
point.
SCP Wiki. Enjoy.
That's probably the only safe SCP to deal with.
Here at the number 10 spot, we have
It would probably be your
our
own little
iPhone.
buddy at this
Don't
point.
be fooled though, it is an iPhone. An Apple iPhone, in fact. And anyone who touches it will begin hearing the song Can't Take My Eyes Off You by Walk Off the Earth, and will drop it, then be unable to move until the song has ended.
Can't take my eyes
After
off you.
this,
It's
they
pretty
claim
much a
that
phone
wherever an eye
talking to
should
you.
be, they detect an empty area. They also deny the fact that they themselves have eyes. There really isn't a whole lot of information on this, as the wiki article is actually very short, but I personally would much prefer not having everyone look like a horror movie villain.
Oh! Nope. Number 9. Wait, what?
At the number 9 spot, we have Ronald Reagan cut up while talking, which is not so much threatening as it is disturbing. What it amounts to is former President Ronald Reagan delivering a speech which slowly deviates as the film goes on.
And what, his face
begins addressing
distorted
topics
and
such
all
as
that?
torture, child molestation, and ritual sacrifice. Oftentimes, the crowd laughs and cheers at all this.
What the fuck?
Also, he rapidly becomes more injured, with cuts appearing all over his body. Despite this, he continues to deliver his speech until his lungs have severed.
How is
or
this
the
a-
tape reverts to
this
static.
being an
Also, in some
SCP?
cases, a strange
I mean,
hooded
I
figure
don't think
remains
this
in
is
the
not an
background
actual
of the
SCP.
tape,
It's gotta
and
be
is never
from something
addressed.
else.
He just stands
Nor a
there,
creepypasta. It's gotta be something
menacingly.
else.
Only once has anything about it been directly focused on, where for 7 seconds a single frame
I
stood on the
see
tape,
you.
with the figure standing there and the words "I see you" in red were directly beneath it. I'll just say
It's
this,
not like we'll somehow
if I
get
had
an
this tape
analog
in my
horror
house,
based on this.
nobody would ever be allowed to watch it.
No. SCP-099. The
The
portrait.
number 8 spot goes to the portrait. It's a portrait of what seems to be
No,
a
thank
pancake
you.
with an eye on
I'm
the
not
plate,
having that
with
one for my.
silverware,
I'm
a
not
glass,
having
and
that
a
for my
bottle of
dinner.
wine nearby.
Mm-mm.
Supposedly, this is the version with critical parts missing to avoid mimetic effects. The original is said to cause
Is that an actual
paranoia
art for
and anyone who
SCP,
stares
or
at it too long
it was
or
mostly
gets
been
too close,
taken from the
causing
internet
them
and
to
used it for
constantly think
SCP?
that anything with eyes or eye-like figures are watching them. Individuals suffering from this even
But
claim
it
that
just
they make eye contact
that
with
art,
others
or
whose
mostly
heads
not the
are
art style.
turned
It's just
away. And in extreme cases,
the eyeball on
an
that,
inanimate object
some sort
is
of
seen
flesh
staring
thing.
at them, with
It
this
reminds me
condition
of
lasting
what was
until
it? It's
death.
some sort of another horror story back in the old days, where these bug-like alien creatures invaded Earth and turned all the remaining humans to flesh
and
walls.
that's it.
And you're mostly
It's
still
horrifying.
somehow conscious, and
Just
you're
kidding.
looking around,
When
and you're
an
mostly
individual wears the
combined with
shirt,
everybody
small
as
strands of fiber
flesh
will
walls
penetrate the
or
arms
skin
and
walls.
torso of the person, and after a certain period
A
of
hoodie.
time, it will begin to absorb the internal heat of the subject, while simultaneously releasing alcohol into the bloodstream. This causes inebriation in the victim and rapidly chills them. Typically
Well, I'm not
resulting in
wearing a hoodie
hypothermia
anymore.
and death
Thanks a
in
lot.
2 hours. I would just like to remind everyone that this is considered safe.
Well, I haven't worn a hoodie for a while since back in my last years of high school, so
For number 6,
There's that.
there's the vision-altering sculpture, a fairly odd-looking sculpture with spheres at the end of many segments of metal.
a very
While in
strange
direct
sculpture
presence
right
of it,
there.
vision will begin to deteriorate, with the rods and cones of the eyes.
It's crazy how
disappearing and
everybody
leaving the
had these
subject
ideas in their
unable to
heads
make
came
out
out, and they
shapes and
managed to like
colors. After about
invent
7 hours,
or
they will
sculpture
become
these stuff.
completely blind.
They've been
Vision will
seeing
slowly
things in their
return,
heads.
and they will be able
Like,
to
I'm
differentiate
trying
colors
my
and
best
shapes
to
of people,
remember
and vision
everything
can
I
become
have from my childhood.
slippery.
Try to remember something
However,
that might be useful for a
hallucinations
movie
follow
or a
soon
story.
after, with ghosts
Like,
or
I
other
try to
such
remember my
entities
nightmares I
appearing
have
before
as a
them
kid, so I can
and
use those
causing
for a horror
mental
movie.
degradation and loss of brain functions. Once
Plus,
all parts of the brain
I
cease
did
to
have at one
function,
time as a
the
kid that I
subject
have
enters
a
catatonic
paralyzed
state
demon watching
and
over me.
expires within hours.
It was that one time me and my brother were sleeping at night, and we have our bunk beds, and I was the one to wake up. I forgot which time
At the
was
number
it,
5 spot,
but
we
I
did see
swear I
more
saw
aggressive
something
SCPs.
at my
With a name like the ice cream
where I'm
truck,
looking
you
at
just
front,
know we're in
right
for a
next to the
good time. It's a
the fence part of my
self-operating ice
bed,
cream truck
and I
with the
see
kid
something
playing
like
as it drives along
poking
slowly
out,
between the hours of
staring
2
at
and
me.
5 a.m.
I can't see his appearance or
Anyone
anything.
hearing
I
the
just see
tune
like
is
nothing
tempted
but
to
a dark
approach said ice
figure.
cream truck in an attempt to purchase a delicious
Like that's my
frozen
first
berry
time seeing a
soup.
paralyzed demon.
However, once they are close enough, the
Oh,
back
great,
doors
ice
will
cream
open
now?
and they will wander in. The doors closing and
I
becoming
mean, we are
virtually
getting that
impossible to
Ice
open.
Cream Man horror movie
Once the
coming
truck
out this
stops
year.
all operation,
Like we
it will
got
be
some Ice
interacted
Cream
with
Man movies
normally,
back in
and back
the
of
old
truck
days.
Can be examined to find the freezer, and inside the freezers, one can find a selection of frozen treats. These flavors include chocolate, strawberry,
And what? What do these
vanilla,
ice cream do now?
and human blood.
Oh, never mind. I first thought these ice creams will make you explode or something. I don't know.
A clown, a children's cartoon clown.
Oh, great.
He has his own
Everybody's
TV
worst
series,
nightmare.
Bubble
The worst thing they ever feared the most.
Bubble makes these
Clowns.
episodes himself
I mean,
and goes
I'm
on
not
many
afraid of clowns.
adventures.
My brother
All
is.
grown-ups are allowed to watch
It's this
Bubble,
one time
only the kids.
back in Texas that
Grown-ups
we
fall
were at
asleep when Bubble
a
comes on,
parade at our
and the
old
kids
town,
get to watch
and
until it's over.
I saw these
Bubble
clowns
likes
just
treats
walking
the kids
by,
left to
and my
eat,
brother was mostly hiding
like
behind our mom,
cannibalism,
but me, I was standing up front. I mostly
One
walk over them and give them a high five.
parade.
Well, I mean, before that, my brother's like, no, Brett, no, don't blow!
He lights a big
Something like that. And,
fire,
well, me, I don't care.
only the sights
They're
and
just
sounds
clowns.
of
They're very
burning
funny at this
people
point.
inside.
I mean, for
In his
Pennywise,
episode,
he's
stabbed
mostly just
Owen,
clown at that
and
point.
he followed for many hours. The next
I mean, why
episode,
would I be
he takes
afraid
a
of a
soldier
clown?
in war camp
Like, they're just guys with
and
makeups
answers
and wigs and
many
all that.
questions.
But of course,
And in the next
everybody can
title,
mostly
Bubble
event
Gets You.
scary
He
versions
sits
of the
on a
clowns
chair
with
in a
sharp
blank
teeth
room,
and dark eyes and all
staring
that.
angrily
Or
at the
more of a
screen for
monstrous
30
look.
minutes. Watching too much Bubble leaves children with nightmares forever. Remember, everyone. Bubble
I mean,
does
for
not
Laughing
love
Jack,
you.
I mean, he is some sort of,
He
like,
hates you.
a clown in a jackbox. The foot of the bed.
Next, at number 3, there's the
What
foot of
foot?
the bed.
I don't
This
see.
in fact a
You mean
bed.
those
Not
foots?
just any bed, however.
Those
because
are
when anyone lies down
No,
on it,
so what?
falling
Is
asleep with their feet
is this bed
exposed,
somehow
a
alive
strange
and use a foot?
3-foot
This
long
bed
hand
can
will
mostly
invert the
walk
bed
around in this
on
point.
the end of the person's
Oh god,
feet
no.
until they awaken.
No!
Despite being
I'm not
awake,
giving
they will
ideas
be unable to
for a
move
horror
or
movie
otherwise defend
of a
themselves
living
in the
bed.
future, who will then begin to rip
No.
off the flesh of the feet,
No, pulling
all skin,
Don't
muscles, and
ever-
fibers inside the
No,
bed.
screw it.
This ceases
I
once
give you the
everything
idea.
up to the subject's
A
ankles
living
has been
bed
removed,
roaming around
leaving
your
the victim
house.
entirely
Probably
without
will
feet.
eat you or
A
trap
monster
you in the
will
bed
enter the bed
and mostly
steal
roam around and just
That's the beginning of my books.
slowly killing you by crashing each areas. Like, that'll be an idea for a horror movie.
At number 2,
that
we
Asylum
have the
Productions can work on.
crawler, a flat
Or
predator
maybe
which hides
a
by
living
freezing
couch.
itself
A
over
living
horizontal
chair.
as it waits for passing by prey. It
Nope.
is also able to recolor itself similar to a chameleon to blend in with its surroundings. Once prey is within range, it opens a wide mouth and begins forcing them down its throat.
What?
There's not too much to say about this, but a hidden predator that can appear at any flat surface, well, as long as you aren't walking across any flat ground anymore, you'll probably be fine.
About that. Grammy
And
knows.
the number 1 scariest save class SCP is Grammy Nose. At first glance, this
You gotta be
doesn't
kidding
seem
me.
too terribly creepy, other than how
So what does
disturbing
it?
human-like
She knows
products
what's going to
can
happen
be.
to me the next
But
few
there's more
days.
than meets the eye here. If someone approaches this fortune-telling machine, a somewhat cryptic and eerie message is given to the person. Such messages
Well,
include, "You
There
tried
is
to
one
be
time,
good,
well,
you should
mostly
try
not. It's
harder."
just me and my friend
Some
Jeremy.
people
We
don't
went to
know how
this
be kind. You'll
forgot
know
the
soon
place. It's
enough,
mostly with.
won't you?
It's in a medieval timeline
think
looking,
they've
with
forgotten
everybody
you,
wearing these
among
knights
others.
and everything else.
However, this
I
is
forgot the
only
name of the
beginning
place.
the
We always
horrors that
used to
await
go
this
there in that
particular
time, and
safe SCP.
it was that time
At
before the rain
condensed time
came.
of 1:43
He went to this
PM,
something
I
similar
think
like
you
this
know
one,
that
some sort of like
517-1
foretelling of what's going to
began
happen in the
hunting
future.
down the
That where
receiver
to
of
use
the
some sort of
message.
orb.
It is a varying number
And my
of
friend went
long,
there.
multi-jointed
I think he
arms
paid
which
for like
pursue the
about
target
50
and
or
drag
maybe
them through
30 or
the
25
area,
bucks for
where
it.
they are savagely
And
beaten
of
until
course,
sunrise.
they're
The
not
only
real.
thing
Like,
left
come
to
on.
say is,
It's mostly a total
who
scam
thought
in a
this
way.
could be deemed safe? Well, I hope you
Like, how
enjoyed
can
this
you know
video as
what's
much
going
as
to
I
happen in your
enjoyed
future at
making
that point?
If you liked it, tell me in the comments. Remember to rate if you want to rate, comment if you want to comment, and
It's a good thing I
subscribe if you
didn't
wanna
waste
see
my money
videos
for
more
that
often.
one. Alright, the last video we're gonna watch for this is called Exploring the SCP Foundation, SCP-1730, What Happened to Site 13, by the Exploring series. Sorry, I'm just doing it like this because I have my webcam right here, where I have my double monitor right there, right behind this webcam. It's the only way for it to work. I mean, I probably will buy some sort of platform to have the monitor a little bit high up, like my siblings did. But I might think about that some other time. But anyways, let's get to the video, shall we?
SCP-1730.
Yeah, that is an actual place. Not for SCPs, it's an actual building somewhere.
Is a phrase that has been used in various forms.
It's sad that these areas have been like abandoned due to like some companies been shut down or run out of business or something. Like they could still probably try to use these places, probably like rebuild it or something to keep these places alive as possible. Like what about abandoned houses? Just rebuild them and just have more people, have more neighbors and everybody else to live these places.
Where the Foundation was profoundly, terribly wrong. SCP-1730 is easily among the lengthiest articles on
Plus,
the SCP
these are interesting places to film for a horror movie. If you're being chased by a horror slasher or some sort of alien creature,
materials and interviews,
I don't know, something.
An epic report.
Or maybe a ghost
In
movie
this video, I'll attempt to summarize
for found
and explain
footage.
1730 as best as I can. But keep in mind that I'll be
Like, what was that one movie I remember watching in found footage? It was Ghost Encounter, wasn't it? Where they explore to abandon the mental hospital.
And answers the question of what exactly happened to Site-13. And we see immediately that 1730 is listed as neutralized, meaning that it's either been destroyed, its anomalous properties have been removed, or it is no longer a part of our existence.
I don't know, maybe some sort of SCP in that area probably caused a huge outbreak or something.
Identifying markers showing that it was known as the SCP Foundation's Site-13. Foundation records, however, show that Site-13 was originally planned to be built, but the plans were scrapped.
Oh.
The site was going to be built in Alaska, which seems to be where 1730 is from, which makes it stranger that it is located in Texas.
Oh, of course.
The site seems long abandoned, is in a severe state of
Always.
disrepair, and there are a number of fuel leaks and fires throughout the facility due to the power generator continuing to operate in a damaged state.
So is there some
Despite
sort of
this,
living
there are believed to be
entity
human survivors somewhere
and they are
in the
too
lower
scared
parts
to
of the
build it to
facility,
continue building this
as
place?
messages have been found on walls throughout the site, including the words danger, bleed, and the phrase, "What happened to Site-13?"
I mean, I think those are just some useful leftover photos, everything taken, and someone used it as an SCP in a way.
Teams to properly explore it. Our first piece of major info.
I mean, these places are abandoned, and there are a lot of everybody decided to explore these places and go some using some spray paints or everything.
Apparently sent to retrieve and recontain an anomaly.
What the hell am I looking at?
The anomaly crawling into one of the team's mouths.
Some sort of biomass?
Blood to leak from every orifice. Afterwards, two anomalies come
Or
out.
those are just eggs.
One drinking up all the blood, and the other going back into the dead body, reanimating it.
Oh!
The remainder of the team puts down their reanimated squad mate, but the writer of the log admits that they don't have much longer, says something that was expunged from the record, and states it's just a matter of time before it starts. Interestingly, the expunged section was removed because it was marked as a cognito hazard, something that is dangerous.
I'm thinking of some sort of idea for some sort of SCP or some creature.
In this case, likely Site.
A creature can mostly,
log
or some
describes
sort of
the team
entity will
using
cause
C4
your whole
explosives
place
to
or
blow up
something
the
to be
wall,
rotted
rendering
or
something illegible,
decay or something.
likely the cognito hazard.
I mean, there have been
It says it
creatures
doesn't
already
matter,
been made with that
because
type of
Jones already
ability.
went quiet like the others, and they shoved
Unless
him
you can
down
use
the
it for a horror
elevator shaft.
movie.
Finally, it mentions how someone started up the Thresher, which we'll learn about later.
Well, there's your idea, everybody.
The next piece
An
of
idea
info
for
is an
some
automated
creature or
message
entity will
describing the states
have your
of the
whole
various
house and
systems of
everything else
Site-13.
to rotted or
We see
decay,
that it was sent
and
to
they'll
Mint
come
before
after
an
you.
electrical disturbance and an explosion in the power relay, and shows that nearly every system is offline or compromised, including the Keter-class containment systems. Additionally, the Euclid-class containment systems and the reactor are both in critical status. Finally, we're brought into the present. with the
Alright, they look a
exploration
bit
log
high-geared.
transcript for the first team sent into Site-13 by the Foundation. The team is the D-12.
But are they
Task
strong enough
Force,
to deal with this
known
whole
as the
situation, though?
Mudslingers, and consists of 6 members, including the captain. They enter through the unlocked front doors, switch on their lights due to the darkness, and immediately find messages written on the walls, including the ominous phrase, "Don't look at the walls."
Oh, they are
Find
looking
a
at the
service
walls. Like,
elevator
come
that's
on.
still powered,
I'm looking at the
and is sent to
wall.
the third
I'm
basement
looking
level.
at the wall. I'm looking
Team
every
splits up to
walls
search the
around me.
floor,
What's
finding
next?
that the rooms
These
are
walls will
filthy,
somehow notice and it will
being
just,
covered
oh,
in some sort of
a
metallic
human.
smelling
Yoink!
sludge. They see a makeshift
I don't know
barricade
if these
next to a
walls are
door,
somehow alive.
and they also find a few
Is
bodies
the building
half
is
submerged
alive?
in the sludge. A snake-like creature emerged from one of the bodies' mouths, which they immediately terminated, and discovered that the bodies were in fact
We still live
hollow.
here.
The team agrees to return to the elevator, only to find the layout of the floor has changed, meaning they are either hallucinating or the building is physically changing.
Maybe the building itself is
They head down
changing.
the hallway, which seems to be much longer than the
I mean,
building's
that'd be
cinematic
creepy away
show,
for like a.
and
I
break
mean,
down a door into an office.
the Ghost Encounter movie did
Find a
some
naked
sort of
human
like that in a
with
way,
fire seemingly
changing
burning
some
out of its
areas or rooms where these characters are
Intense
mostly
white
trying to
light,
get out
the
of,
sound of searing
and
meat,
somehow there's like a
and
wall
static
blocking
from
the
team's
exit.
Microphones is all Site Command receives for over a minute, until they also hear the sound of slithering, a cry, and choking sounds. Other strange sounds come through the microphone until the other 2 members who had split away from the group finally respond. They are currently waiting near the elevator and thought their radios had stopped working, until suddenly their camera feeds show them in a different room, with one of them hanging upside down, facing each other, and both are completely stark white.
Oh.
Blood from their mouth, nostrils, and eyes cover
Oh.
their faces.
Yeah, they're dead.
And a large object moves in the background, accompanied by the sound of slithering from multiple directions.
So these
team
SCPs
members
are
opens
mostly
their eyes,
just
and the video
snakes
and
in
audio
a way,
feeds cut out.
or
This
a
is the last
biomass
Site
snakes.
Command heard from the Mudslingers. Clearly, exploration of the main structure was going to prove to be quite dangerous, so until the Foundation could set up a more prepared second attempt, they decided to send in a small team to the power station to assess the damage. MTF Y-24, known as Gulliver's Travelers, is a 3-man team who went to the power station, only to discover the first set of doors inside to be locked and bulletproof. Rather than using explosives, which would risk a collapse, Site Command tries to find someone who would possibly know the clearance code for the door. Despite this site never actually being constructed in this reality, Director Jameson's clearance code from when this site would have been built manages to get the team in. The team examines the power cores, and then releases a micro-drone to provide a closer look.
Yeah, just use a drone.
Revealing
Like, come
that
on,
7
don't bring
of
an
the 12
actual
cores are
person to go in
damaged
these
beyond
go to
repair.
these areas. Like, come on.
3 are not functioning at full power, and 2 are, although one of those is currently superheated. The team finds more of the sludge that the other team encountered, and then sees 10 stark white bodies bound to the superheated core with
Oh.
wire.
What?
Underneath them, seemingly written in blood, are the words, "What happened to Site-13?"
I mean, is there
team
like,
descends a
I don't know, did they find
stairwell,
any
finding a
some
door at the
recording
bottom
tapes
that
that have
has
been left
been
behind
pried
this
open.
building, and they could use it
Discover a disgusting
and find out what
smell
really
before
happened?
The camera feeds begin to distort. The audio feed then cuts out
Or maybe
completely,
some
and
files
Site
or
Command
something
only
that has been
receives
written and have been left
intermittent
behind.
communications for
I don't know,
15
some
minutes.
reports.
during which the team seems to be encountering more of the dead humans covered in sludge. Finally, it seems as if they encounter one that appears to be alive, before Site Command totally loses contact with the team. The recovered sludge from the microdrone appears to be blood and power core residue mixed with an unknown biological matter. 1 week later, the team's video feed comes back online for 13 seconds, during which it shows a number of humans standing and looking down at a table.
A table,
The Foundation still needed more time to prepare for the next exploration team.
And what's next?
So
They're going to
decided
add
send
D-boys
in
to
an
explore around
unmanned
the area?
drone to hopefully investigate the lower floors of the main complex.
Like, they can
drone
make
was
some sort of
launched through the same
barrier,
door that the
a
first
wall
team
barrier,
entered,
covering around the whole entire
and began
building.
to descend in the elevator
Nah,
towards the
even
lower
if they do
space
that
level.
up in the surface, they mostly
After
forget
descending
about the
7
underground.
floors, a
Like,
power
what if
failure
they meant
causes
these
the elevator to
SCPs
stop,
can mostly reach
and
to
so
a
the drone
wall
forces
that
the
breaks
doors
into a
open
sewer
and
that will reach
descends
to the other
manually
side to
the
get
gate
to
the
a
basement floor,
city or
a
something,
Euclid containment
or a
point.
water pipe, or I don't know.
After inspecting a number of rooms, the drone sees
What
a
the
vaguely
hell?
humanoid entity standing near the end of the hallway.
That's not a human
The
right
drone
there.
follows the entity, as it doesn't seem to notice
Like
it,
that thing on the
and
left.
watches as
Some
it
sort of
picks
look
up
like
some
a
of the sludge
pickaxe
on the
head.
floor and marks a nearby wall. The symbols on the wall are later revealed to be cognito hazards, which the drone takes pictures of, and continues to follow the entity, which curiously leaves behind no footprints in the sludge. The drone enters the actual containment area, finding a cell containing a human form covered in sludge, with sparks emanating from its fingertips.
So it's mostly combined
A
with
sign
wires
doorway
and flesh
states that
together.
Entity 324
That's what you're telling me.
is scheduled for termination in December of 1975.
I can't
The drone
tell you're
finds
mostly
another
thinking
cell
about.
that had been locked
I'm thinking
shut.
about that one
forcing
horror
it
movie in the
open,
90s
the
that
drone
has
sees a dead
Jamie Lee
female on the
Curtis in
floor
it.
with no sludge
They're
in
in
the
some
room.
sort of a
An
ship,
identification badge
but
on
inside the
corpse
ship is
contains the
filled with
name
these
Jack
machines, these creatures, are
Dr.
mostly
Bright
mixed
is a
with
notable
flesh and all
individual in
that.
the SCP universe, capable of immortality
Like, what is
through
that
jumping
called?
into different bodies.
It has
The
Jamie
use
Lee
of
Curtis in it.
SCP-963.
I don't
The
know,
drone
maybe.
descends to the
Is
next
it?
floor, finding a working
Is it something
computer
like that
terminal,
from that movie?
which is running an older
Like,
version of the SCP
I forgot it. It has
Foundation's
Jamie Lee
operating system.
Curtis.
The drone begins to transmit what files it can access back to command, but soon they lose contact with the drone. It's at this point that the cognito hazard that Site Command had viewed
And let me
earlier
guess, that
triggered,
drone will be combined with
causing
those
affected individuals
SCPs
to
as
go
well,
silent
with the wires and all
begin
that.
to burn from their ears.
Unless the camera
Any
feed will
audible
still be
sound after this
back
would
up and
trigger
you'll
a
see what's
silent
going on in the
explosion,
point of view.
shaking Site Command and destroying most of their communication equipment. The drone finished transmitting files, but the drone itself was never recovered.
Okay. So they got
I'll
the
skip ahead
footage,
for a
I
moment
guess.
to discuss the various files that the drone transmitted back. First, a correspondence from an engineer to the site's chief biologist and assistant director of anomalous biology, Dr. Hadley. Hadley was apparently working with the mysterious Thresher device, and the engineer informed her that although the reactors could surge to power the device, the reactors would likely not survive the process. The engineer goes on to say that the Thresher device is still wildly unstable, and utilization of it would likely destabilize local reality. Another correspondence from an individual who is both on the SCP Foundation's Ethics Committee
I mean,
and the head
even
of
knowing
the
I'm still
Global
waiting for a
Occult
few
Coalition's
updates for the
Ethics Board,
SCP Secret Laboratory
tells Dr.
game.
Hadley that she is not permitted
Yeah,
to
that game is
transfer
still
out of
taking its long
Site-13.
time to get some updates. Like, we are getting
Additionally,
another
Dr. Hadley seems to have
SCP
an issue with
and
Site-13's director
updated
and
surface.
the
Like,
protocol
that's
of
probably the only two
terminating
updates we're
humanoid
getting.
SCPs.
Well, like a
The
few weeks or a few
individual informs her
days,
that
we
these
get a
anomalies
few
are
little
not
bit
considered
changes
human
of
beings,
changing the balance of the
and are not
weapons and
entitled to any
enemies
of
and
the
all
rights
that.
human
That's pretty
beings
much it.
are.
But
Next,
why
the
not a
test
few
log
bit?
shows a number of reality benders being exposed to dangerous conditions.
You
while
sure that's
wearing
mostly the
inhibitor
SCP
devices
that's living in that
to
building?
see if they can change
Or that's
reality
mostly
to
the
save
hive mind?
themselves. Exposure to extremely cold and hot temperatures, as well as electricity, caused the reality benders to die without them stopping it, while water submersion seems to interfere with the inhibitor device, causing unknown results.
Launch a nuke for crying
As
out
a side
loud!
note, the administrator of the test is listed as a doctor with only a number identification, not a name, in contrast to how the SCP Foundation usually does things. A message from one engineer to another discusses a buildup of toxic waste in the pit beneath the reactors. The waste is supposed to be piped off-site, but keeps getting built up, which will likely lead to a very serious issue.
Yeah, leads to other areas on the Earth side, to other cities, and leads to like getting every civilians attacked.
Electrocution and incineration. It's this process that is seemingly causing the buildup of waste. Another message from an engineer to Dr. Hadley says that he altered termination records for a leech boy that was taken down to the pit. Since the output of the pit is still blocked up, he won't go anywhere. Finally, we get a message from Dr. Hadley to Director Emerson, in which we get a number of new details. The message discusses a containment breach caused by Dr. Hadley, and mentions that Emerson was foolish for thinking that killing the anomalous entities would stop them, as them being living is the least anomalous thing about them. Dr. Hadley goes on to discuss a young boy named Elijah, who subsisted only on blood and could drink it through someone's skin.
What?
Much like a leech.
Sorry, what now?
He had the mental capacity of a toddler, and did not choose to be this way.
Oh no.
Emerson had him incinerated like the rest.
Oh.
Of course, the incineration didn't actually kill Elijah, and him interacting with the bloody sludge caused a highly anomalous process to occur.
So what, he mutates or something?
Dead SCPs returned, in a way. In addition to this, of course, the Thresher device was eventually activated, causing the local reality of the site to heavily distort, leading to one highly anomalous facility.
Just, come on. Launch a nuke or something. Just destroy this whole area.
So another team was sent in to explore its depths. This team, MTF-Z9, called Mole Rats, specifically experienced in exploring anomalous locations, so they would be best prepared for the reality warping effects inside. The 5-man team entered the main structure.
Those gotta be, of course, they mostly gotta be actual photos of those type of looking masks back then.
They descend the stairs to the 6th basement level and begin to explore the floor.
Like, is the place mostly also filled with radiation or something?
When suddenly the floor collapses underneath one of the team members, Z9-4. The fall injures his leg, leaving him immobile. And the rest of the team look for a stairwell to descend. The injured member begins to hear slithering sounds around him.
Oh no.
Unable to see his surroundings. Gunshots ring out through the facility as one of the members, Z9-3, watching his injured teammate, sees a leech-like creature approaching him. The creature enters Z9-4's mouth and begins sliding down his throat.
Oh!
Z9-3 attempts to shoot the creature, but misses, and asks the captain for permission to shoot Z9-4.
Do it.
To put him out of his misery.
Yeah, do it.
He gets
There's
no
way.
from the captain.
Get that thing is already into his body.
Z9-4 lets out a choking plea. He fires his weapon. The floor further collapses, causing Z9-3 to fall and get crushed by debris.
Oh.
5 minutes later,
I mean, the place is kind of abandoned, where the whole place is beginning to rot away, and it'll easily get, like, wrecked and all that.
Picking up his dead teammate's weapon. Site Command received no communication from any of the mole rats for the following 3 hours, when suddenly communication from the 3 team members resumes, with them seemingly below the 15th floor. Z9-4's camera feed comes back for a moment, showing a number of humans with flames coming out of their ears, and a massive pit with a large creature in it covered in smaller creatures. Communication from the rest of the team eventually goes out again for 4 hours, before feeds from the captain resume again. She apparently reached the Thresher device by herself, but she hears footsteps coming towards her. Her light goes out. She begins running through the darkness, and finally communication is lost once again. In the aftermath of this, it was clearly just too dangerous for a team to explore the facility, and so that would have likely been the end.
So that's what happened to the Site-13, eh?
However, one morning, monitoring equipment picked up a looped transmission coming from the facility. The transmission was from a doctor who worked at Site-13, who claimed that there were 12 people still alive in the facility, surrounded by hostiles and running out of supplies. Since the doctor claimed that the transmission would stop looping once he was dead, it seems that for the time being, there were living humans still in there. In light of this, the Foundation cleared a rescue mission. This is when things get really interesting.
And was that?
Another 5-man team was sent in to continue exploring the facility, and hopefully locate the survivors using the coordinates transmitted by the doctor. The team, MTF Apollo-3, Game Wardens, entered the main structure and went straight to the stairwell, hoping to use it to descend to the bottom floor. After traveling down it for nearly 10 minutes, the team finds that the bottom of the staircase is missing, abruptly cutting off into some sort of liquid void. Site Command informs them they are
Unless
actually
that's
about
probably the
15
source?
meters below where they thought the stairwell ended. The liquid begins to rise, forcing the team to ascend the stairs, although one of the team members gets his legs enveloped by the void.
Oh no.
After pulling him out and up to the next floor, they find that his legs have been cleanly severed at the knees, but he can still feel them as if they were there, and most anomalously, he can actually stand.
What?
They pass their hands underneath him, and he appears to be simply floating, without feeling any different than normal.
Oh, what now?
The team explores the floor,
Okay, that's weird.
finding a rotting corpse. They
So
seem to
he doesn't feel
recognize as
pain,
their
but
friend
he can still, like, feel it. What?
unaware that it is dead. This is seemingly SCP-1500, and its anomalous effects are going through the team's visors designed to filter out cognitohazards. The team continues to chat with the corpse until Site Command finally updates their visors.
A talking corpse.
And they realize that it's just a body.
Oh.
They soon encounter a shimmering humanoid entity approaching them, warping the environment around it.
So maybe these are mostly the victims who are mostly still roaming the entire building, or even captured by the SCPs and becoming what they are
The
now.
team fires on the entity, but the bullets simply
I don't
spin
know.
around it. The entity proceeds to attack one of the members with an appendage, but they deploy a miniature reality anchor, causing the entity to disperse. They find the member that was caught in its field and is now partially fused with the wall, ceiling, and floor, presumably dead.
Ugh.
The team decides to continue on, as it seems just as risky to attempt to leave, and they eventually enter a communications room. A screen flickers on, revealing a standard containment cell containing a single figure. One of the team members recognizes the figure as SCP-993, Bobble the Clown.
What?
They begin conversing with the figure, who claims that it is not Bobble, but a thing that used to be Bobble. The figure claims that Director Emerson played with the strings of the universe and broke them. It goes on to say that every anomalous thing that the Foundation could find and the Coalition could catch were brought to Site-13 in order to be fed to the meat grinder, unless there was something to gain first. The figure seems to be heavily disfigured and distorted, and possesses an extreme animosity for Director Emerson.
Just kill
But
him
the
with
team
fire.
moves on. Site Command loses
Or get a
contact
rocket
with the
launcher.
team for
Or
30
maybe a
minutes,
nuke. Or
during
something
which
destroyed
they
this whole
manage to
entire
find
building.
the survivors, who number somewhere in the 20s, and include a few of the mole rats and one of the Gulliver's travelers. The team reveals that they have been down there now for 3 days, not 30 minutes, and are surrounded
3
by anomalous
days?
entities with little chance of survival, let alone completing the rescue attempt. Enter Mobile Task Force Tau 5, known as Samsara.
Wow,
Samsara have a
those
bit of
suits
a
are very
history,
way
but
high
to
in tech in
summarize,
this point.
they are
In this
essentially
modern age.
cloned cyborgs
In this modern year,
made from a
I
dead
don't know.
god.
How did they manage to do
They
that?
possess regenerative abilities, a number of technological augmentations, and their memories can be loaded onto a clone of their bodies, making them functionally immortal.
What the?
They are not omnipotent, however, and this rescue mission still has a high chance of failure. But
So what, are
Samsara
we now
stood
in
the
the
best
future?
chance of succeeding. The Samsara team consists of 4 individuals, and they were outfitted with arm-mounted incendiary cannons, shock-absorbing leg extensions, heat-resistant plating, and built-in filters for their eyes, among other enhancements.
Okay, I think this
The
is
team
getting a little
enters
bit
through a
too
drainage
weird.
pipe and soon split up,
I don't know.
with two of them continuing down the pipe toward the heat source, and the other two breaking through a thin wall into a room containing offices. They find a control room for the incinerator, and are soon joined by the other two team members, who remark that the pipe is completely blocked. They activate the machinery, which begins to spin, and the heat continues to rise as the incinerator kicks on. They notice a gate at the bottom, and shoot out the window of the control room, jumping down. They follow another drainage pipe into a cistern, where they find a number of cracks in the walls. Small leeches begin pouring out of the cracks, feeding on the sludge and growing larger.
Not good.
One of the team members realizes there is something huge beneath them, functioning as a host for the leeches.
So, some sort of hive
Believing
mind?
the leeches to be telepathic, they hijack one of the leeches' brains, using it to create a map of the facility, albeit a distorted one due to the continually changing layout. They deduce where the survivors are, and decide to take the fastest path towards them, despite the path going through an area where the leeches act considerably quieter than they normally do. The team climbs out of the cistern before going to the nearby stairwell, which is largely destroyed. They drop down, using their leg implants to avoid grave injury, and enter into a server room. The room is cooled to negative 20 degrees Celsius, thanks to a cryonics chamber located directly above, and they soon realize that no sound whatsoever is audible in here. Their filters for cognitohazards begin triggering, and they slowly move through the server room. They see a massive entity moving through the room. A humanoid construct with 6 legs, 18 arms, 36 forearms.
Looks like some sort of creature enemy for a Silent Hill game.
Each limb independently performs constant gestures, believed to be responsible for the silence permeating the room, and where its head would be is instead an emaciated, charred human figure bound to its chest.
Ugh.
This figure is struggling against its restraints and continually screaming.
He's still alive?
The screaming seems to only be heard as a constant whining sound. The human has the word Emerson seared into its flesh, seemingly by a melted piece of fabric. The entity seems to be hazardous to look at, so the team quickly moves on. The whining sound grows suddenly louder and closer, so the team detonate a proximity mine behind them and rush through a door, dodging white-hot glyphs that begin to appear in the air around them. One of the team members loses an arm in the process, but they quickly flee from the server room, and sound resumes. They soon find the survivors, with one of the mole rats referring to Samsara as the Power Rangers. The leeches begin to come out of nearby cracks in the walls, and the mission changes now from search to rescue. The extraction process begins, with 11 MTF members and 27 staff members of Site-13, a number of which were significantly injured. Their plan involves going to the Thresher device and reducing the power to the machine long enough to produce a stable route to the surface. Destroying the device would likely only cause drastic problems, including their deaths. The group begins moving, with Samsara leading the extraction, and they start to kill what leeches they can.
Alright, how far are we in this video?
They are soon attacked
Alright,
by the
we're
floating
getting there.
humanoid entity seen by the drone that was drawing on the walls. But copious amounts of bullets and incendiary rounds put it down. Immediately after, the floor beneath the entity collapses, revealing a long, slick creature covered in eyes and possessing a mouth full of pointy teeth.
Okay, is this a hive mind or not? Like, how many things are there in this whole area? Like, how deep does it go?
Propelled towards the group. 2 of the Samsara members provide covering fire, as the rest of the group retreats to take a different route. The group enters a hallway where they encounter a cloud of crystal butterflies, SCP-553.
Crystal-like butterflies?
The Samsara captain takes on the butterflies himself with his flamethrower.
Alright, good,
flamethrower.
flamethrower.
Scorching most of his flesh in the process.
Oh.
They soon encounter a locked door to the Thresher Wing, which they cannot open, but somehow the door unlocks and the figure that was once Bobble the Clown appears on a monitor, laughing, seemingly responsible. They move into the room, finding the Thresher device.
Seriously, they couldn't even kill
although
the
it is
guy?
surrounded by hundreds of small flying creatures. While deciding what to do, a nearby wall collapses and the many-eyed creature enters. The small creatures descend to attack the large entity, which begins devouring them using long tentacles. While manipulating the Thresher device, a section of the floor collapses, with another long-tentacled entity coming through it. The MTF members begin battling the entities, with one of them dying in the process while the device is manipulated. Finally, they force the entities to flee, killing off the rest of the small creatures.
Alrighty.
The entire facility begins rumbling and shaking, with loud screeching noises accompanying the mechanical sounds. It's time for the team to make their final ascent out of the facility now that the Thresher device is running on low power, and local reality is stabilized. Hoping to meet up with the other two Samsara members on the way, they begin moving, and soon run into SCP-2316, a powerful cognitohazard that takes the form of bodies.
How many SCPs are in this area? Like, I know there's a Site 13 where there's other different SCPs are there.
And they enter into a
Like,
large
seriously, what the
where they
frick?
encounter a massive mechanical construct, seemingly controlled by SCP-1370, who attempts to intimidate the group by claiming to be the Herald of Destruction. A Samsara member easily destroys the small robot controlling the construct, and they meet up with the other two members.
Okay. What's
They
the
hear
point
a
right there?
large
What's the
crashing
point right
sound
there?
below them, and the floor begins to buckle, so the group flees, losing a researcher in the process. At the bottom of the massive hole is a tremendous black mass, completely covered in red eyes, with several other large black masses extending from it. Presumably, this is Elijah, the Leech Boy. The group flee, chased through the facility by black tendrils coming from the hole, and they find themselves trapped with no way to ascend. One of the mole rats decides to lead them further down into the facility, into a massive containment chamber. The civilians are sent to the far end of the chamber, where an access point will lead them up to the power station and out of the facility. Meanwhile, the MTFs are going to cover them as a huge wall breaks down, and the 200-meter-tall Leech Boy enters the room. A naked human woman is visibly joined to its tongue, and it lets out a piercing scream as the MTFs unleash everything they have on it.
Oh my god.
A few of the members, however, begin working on opening two massive containment doors, which finally open, unleashing two of the most powerful entities known to the Foundation. One of them is SCP-001, the Gate Guardian, a tremendous winged figure carrying a huge sword.
The very first
The other
SCP.
is SCP-2845, an entity largely resembling a deer with a ring of ice and metal rotating behind its head. The Gate Guardian is capable of obliterating anything around it with its fiery sword.
Oh.
And the deer is capable of instantly transmuting and reconstructing matter, making them each quite formidable foes. The three entities begin an unimaginable battle with each other
What?
as the MTFs flee towards the civilians.
Oh my
The
god.
stairway upwards is damaged by metallic cylinders that come crashing through.
So that's what happens at Site
killing the
13, it's
Samsara
just these
captain.
godlike entities are fighting each
The leader
other.
of the mole rats decides to stay behind to buy the group more
They
time.
cause a lot of destruction at this
She's
point.
joined by one of the Samsara members as the rest of the group makes it to the surface. The two MTF members that stay behind go back to the Thresher device, turning it to full power as the mole rat captain laughs hysterically and wildly fires her weapon at the Leech Boy. The people above ground hear a deafening crackling sound. The area around the facility begins to distort, and suddenly, Site 13 is gone, leaving behind an immense crater.
Oh.
No further transmissions are received, and SCP-1730 is marked as neutralized. All that remains is the debris.
If it
from
is.
then. One of the Game Warden members seems severely traumatized, but the
Like, is
captain
it?
of Samsara considers the mission a success, although he seems mournful of the mole rat leader's demise. The game warden member, who seemingly lost their legs but can still stand, remarks that it doesn't feel like a phantom pain, as he can actually feel his legs, and occasionally feels something wet and furry brushing past them.
Yeah.
The interview with the Samsara member that went with the mole rat captain reveals that they went to a server room and disabled their cameras because they were apparently given a vision, which they believed to be a cognito hazard. They were standing on a precipice overlooking a vast area.
Okay, that's
where
hell.
countless humans screamed,
If
each
it
of
is
them
hell.
missing their hands, while the sky above them burned. A falling star scorched billions of corpses, and in the middle of the star was the many-armed entity they encountered earlier. They were given visions of coils of fire and storms of souls, a hole at the center of the universe, and a god of nightmares. The
So now we got like God SCPs at this point, SCP Hell, or I don't know.
Went to the Thresher device
Like
and
what?
activated.
Like other dimensions are
She needed to
almost like
bury the
hell
things
and
she saw in
heaven, or I
darkness,
don't know.
while laughing and
Like
crying.
what's next? Do we have a SCP?
Finally,
Do we have an
there was an interview
SCP that
with
is a
Dr.
living
Scott,
planet?
the assistant director of
Come
temporal
on.
studies at Site 13.
No way we're getting
He
that.
gives a
No
history
way.
of the site, as well as the alternate timeline from his reality. Plans for Site 13 began after the Foundation recovered the body of a massive dead sea creature that they could not contain. And so Site 13 was built in a remote location in Alaska and was
Okay,
larger than any facility at the time.
Wow, this is mostly the longest
After
video
a
right here.
terrorist used an anomaly to cause an explosion resulting in thousands of deaths, the US government cut all of their funding to the Foundation. A former staff member of President Dole, named Paul Manafort, was appointed Secretary General of the Global Occult Coalition and organized a partnership with the Foundation. The GOC eventually gained control of the Foundation, and they once again received funding from the US as well as the United Nations. Site 13 was the premier containment facility for the Foundation and was continually being expanded. Emerson eventually became the site director and began doing terrible things, supposedly under orders from Manafort. The incinerator was built, originally just to dispose of the body of the massive sea creature, but they began using it for everything, as well as doing invasive testing on anomalous creatures and humanoids. Vivisections began, and although the ethics committee tried to step in, their chairman was dragged out and shot for being a traitor. The phrase, "for the greater good," was thrown around, and Scott claims that they eventually contained the Abrahamic God, possibly alluding to SCP-343, although he's not sure how they managed it. Dr. Hadley opposed Emerson's orders, and so she was brutally beaten by some guards one night, damaging her mind and leading her to cause the containment breach, and asked him to turn on the highly experimental Thresher device in order to stop this, but Scott refused and fled, gathering his team. Before they could leave the facility, however, the device was activated, warping reality. Scott counts himself as lucky for surviving at all, but believes that they could have been floating between dimensions for 1,000 years for all he knows. Now that the device has been reactivated, it's completely unknown when and where it will end up. Like I said, SCP-1730 is one of the longest articles on the entire SCP wiki.
Definitely.
That alone does not make it
Come
memorable.
on.
It's memorable because it presents a fascinating tale of the Foundation going simply too far. Largely as a result
I mean, it has to be long because it is another site, and there has to be many loads of SCPs.
items. There are plenty of real-world analogies from groups and organizations that have committed atrocities in the name of research, such as Unit 731, and so it's not far-fetched to believe that the same thing could happen in an anomalous universe. The author, DJ Cactus, took a relatively familiar and overdone concept, a strange, shifting location, and made it something utterly unique by incorporating a compelling backstory, numerous other SCPs, and a highly engaging rescue mission starring the Samsara team. As I mentioned, I cut out a lot of details and practically all of the dialogue, so I absolutely suggest
Not one
going through
chance to
this one
shorten
on
things
phone
out just a little
to get the
bit,
full
so it doesn't need to be a 1 hour
of what
long.
happened to Site 13.
So that's it? That's it? Oh. You didn't see it? No, you haven't seen. What the fuck? Well, it's got attacked by a spider. Jesus. Alright, let's read this thing. You didn't see it? No, you haven't seen the video. They had these cells down below the site. They must have been the size of a football stadium each. Hollis had them open a few up so we could make our retreat. And the things inside, one of them looked at me. Like I might look at an ant. It was like a god, and they had them in boxes. I counted 20 of those cells, but those chambers went on a lot further past what I could see. Pauses. What were they keeping in those? How were they keeping them in there? Okay. So now we're just texting all that. What's going on? Oh, never mind. Just credits. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want me to make another reaction video, please hit a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see more. And please go down in the description to subscribe and support these YouTubers who worked very hard for these ones, so please do. This is Lord of Flames here, I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone, have a wonderful day.